card investors, collectors, and hobbyists from around the world. You are looking live at the last night of the Virtual Sports Card Con 2020, and what a show it has been. We have set some hobby history here, everybody. You have been part of breaking ground in the hobby. This has been a first of its kind live sports card show at this scale, and over the course of the last 4 nights, we've had more than 55,000 views of our shows. More than 55,000 views of the Virtual Sports Card Con so far. Thank you so much for bringing such energy and enthusiasm, and I love all of the comments in the chat. I was reading some of them right before we went on live. I appreciate all the love. Thank you so much, everybody. We certainly could not have done this without you, but we've got one more great night ahead of us. And for the next 2 hours, we seek to entertain you. We seek to bring you some great deals on sports cards. We seek to bring you some awesome guests, and we seek to bring you some fantastic giveaways. And speaking of giveaways, if you haven't registered for tonight's giveaways, you're gonna wanna register right now. There's 2 ways you can do it. First of all, in the YouTube chat, our team just placed a link that takes you straight to the giveaway page so you can go register there. The other way you can register for tonight's giveaway is by going to sportscardinvestor.com and clicking on the Virtual 2020. And then on that page, there is a link to register for tonight's giveaway. No matter which way you choose to do it, it all goes to the same place, but go do it right now. Because we have given out some ridiculous cards this week, including 2 nights ago, a Zion Williamson Gold out of 10 from Spectra, a card that is easily worth $10,000 that somebody won for free just for entering the giveaway during the virtual. We've also given out Ja Morant, and even last night we gave out some really short print cards like a short print LeBron and a short print Ja and a short print Luka and a Zion short print, all kinds of good stuff, and we got more on its way tonight. I know we're giving out a Zion and a Ja courtesy of our first guest this evening, who we're going to meet in just a minute. We're giving out a Joe Montana disc card that's worth close to $200. We're giving away a printing plate from National Treasures. We've got a great break. We're giving away some boxes of football cards, and we've got a great break at the end of this evening featuring football, basketball, and baseball, which is going to be broken and given away to those of you watching this evening. We also have 2 great special guests that are going to join us. The first, from the Los Angeles Chargers, All-Pro safety Derwin James is going to be joining the show. And our second special guest is the person who made Derwin James' appearance possible, DJ Skee. DJ Skee is a very, very interesting guy. He is a world-renowned DJ, musical talent finder. He's big in the sports scene. He's big in the sneaker world. He's starting to get into the sports card world. He's a big philanthropist. He's one of these guys that it's very hard to describe in just one word or just one sentence. There's so much more to it. And he's got some really interesting thoughts on the sports card hobby. We're gonna bring him in here in just a second. But before DJ Skee comes on live, we wanna show you a video just to learn a little bit more about him.
I'm Scott Keeney, otherwise known as DJ Skee, the founder of Dash Radio.
DJ Skee is what you literally call a boy genius. He approached Steve Rifkin. He was 17, and Steve thought he was like a grown man because there's no way a 17-year-old was doing everything he was doing.
And since then, I've been fortunate enough to have an amazing career, including my own TV show, multiple awards, generating over 3 billion views online. But I'm perhaps best known for introducing the world to the biggest artists of our generation through radio.
I get all my swag from Skee.
This is your first radio interview, I heard.
Yeah, hell yeah.
I saw Skee the other night. He's amazing. He did my first interview.
We've got this new guy, DJ Skee, who's kind of the Oprah of the hip-hop community.
Through everything I've done, radio has always been my foundation. I guess it runs in my blood. My mother and grandmother both were on radio. I started off on air at the age of 16 on a small community radio station, before working my way up to the biggest radio station in the country.
Welcome to Sports Card Investor.
What's up, Jeff? How are you, man?
Hey, man, it's great to have you on the virtual tonight. Really happy to have you here. What an interesting video the audience just saw. There's like a little baby Justin Bieber running around in that video. How did this all come about, man? How did you get to connect with all these folks?
Man, I started DJing. I grew up in Minneapolis. I started DJing when I was a teenager. I thought I was going to be a pro athlete up until I hit high school, and then I realized that music was the path for me. So I jumped all in on it. I wrote a letter to the CEO of Loud and Sony Records at the time when I was 16, because I was always entrepreneurial. I was selling cards as a kid, and then kicks, and then everything from like Xboxes and PlayStations when they came out, and got connected with the CEO. He ended up sending him a letter then on what he was doing wrong with his label after I sold him some stuff, and he offered me a job when I was 16 to come work for him in LA. So figured a way to graduate high school early, packed a U-Haul, and the first artist we worked on together was Akon. And from there, my career took off producing for a lot of these guys, just, being at the right place at the right time, working hard and putting it all together. And luckily I've been around a lot of great people and got the opportunity to see a lot of those artists like you saw very, very early on.
That's awesome. And what a great story. We have a lot of younger people watching this show. We've discovered that, a lot of dads and sons are watching. We've got a lot of, teenage boys watching. And I love what you just said, which is that if you take the initiative, if you hustle, if you send off a letter, if you do something like that, you take the initiative to do that, the worst that can happen is nothing comes from it. But the best that can happen is that something wonderful comes from it, and it sets you on a path. And it sounds like that's what happened with you.
100%. It's like literally, it was me selling PlayStations, and that's how I made my money in high school, and selling mixtapes. And through that, I happened to, somebody knew that he needed one for his son for Christmas. And, luck is always a matter of like preparation and opportunity coming and taking advantage of it. So, that's happened a few times in my life. And I think we're at another one of those places right now too, with what's happening with sports cards. A lot of things that I've done. And I also work with a lot of the sports teams and leagues, and I just see there being this huge opportunity in this space. And I think that, everybody in here is still so early on in it. There's so much opportunity, man.
Yeah, this is where it's going to get real interesting for the audience to hear your perspectives. But so I know you were kind of an early adopter of the sneaker, flipping world. I know you were an early investor in StockX, and you kind of saw similar things there if you rewind the clock, a few years back. And tell me about that. And then what was it that all of a sudden started to pique your interest about sports cards?
Totally. So two things. I started reselling shoes when I was back in high school, and it was a way that I could actually afford the ones that I want. I was early on the internet before a lot of people were like buying and importing shoes. So I'd get exclusive colorways and things that were sold out from Europe and import them to the US and simply like sell them to rappers and a bunch of different people. And, that became a big part of my brand. Obviously I'm a DJ, but with what DJs do is really kind of introduce culture, introduce trends. If you look at us historically, and DJs have always been up on sneaker culture. Some of the biggest sneaker collectors in the world are DJs. If you look at Clark Kent, who has one of the best collections, all these guys. So it's kind of part of that culture. The late DJ AM was known for his shoes, and he was the first truly big DJ that was followed by paparazzi, et cetera. And so for me, I always loved sneakers, had a couple thousand pairs, as you mentioned. And, it was great to see Josh up here because he came to me when StockX didn't even have a name yet. And, I bought into the company, luckily early on. And again, that's another opportunity. Like, I'm going to make way more from my investment in StockX by being a part of the scene than I will from my 2,000 pairs of shoes, which I always thought was the holy grail of it. And that's what's kind of unique in the opportunities that I see kind of coming in that sports card space. And he was instrumental in helping get me back kind of into this. I saw him speak here the other night, and his perspective was great. And he said a lot of those same things to me and made me realize kind of what was happening in the market and how big it was. And for me, the reason that I think that there's so much opportunity and why I see feels, so much in parallel to when the sneaker scene was blowing up was it was a relatively underground, not mainstream thing that if you knew, you kind of knew. And that's what feels like now. Even me, I've been posting on social media the past few days, really about showcasing some of my cards and coming out and showing what I've been doing behind the scenes for a little bit. And I'm getting those same reactions, those same people talking about it. And, whereas the sneaker scene's kind of, oversaturated, everybody's into it. It's impossible to kind of get anything new because bots are doing it. In terms of new sneaker releases, I think that, there's this whole generation of flippers, and Gary Vee's been big to speak about this, that grew up flipping shoes, and cards are a much easier thing to flip. It's much more tangible, and it's a lot kind of funner to do. And I think that there's going to be the whole group of kids that jumps and comes over and gets into the card game because of that.
So, I imagine a lot of people watching might say, well, wait a minute, hasn't that already happened? I mean, the hobby's been absolutely on fire the last 12 months. The prices, I bought a case of basketball cards the other day from an investment standpoint that the dealer who sold them to me said that this same case, he bought it for 4 times less 3 months ago. So I just paid a 4x premium over 3 months. But you still think, even though we've seen that type of growth, you still think there's a lot more mainstream that this thing could become. There's still a lot of growth potential ahead of us, it sounds like.
I totally think so. I still think it's still relatively niche in terms of people that are talking about it. When I'm talking to other influencers, a lot of people have started hearing about it and getting the rumblings of it, but we still have a group of all the people that I interact with, from pro athletes to rappers, entertainers, that haven't jumped in yet, that are perfect for this. There's a whole group of, again, this whole sneaker culture that's out there getting into it, on top of people that are just big sports fans. So I think we're still so early on in this. There's still a tremendous amount of growth. And if you look at population reports on a lot of these cards, it's still relatively small. I mean, if you think about it, the most popular shoe is the Air Jordan 11 in the culture. And Jordan comes out with one release of that every holiday season. And they make about 1 million pairs of that shoe. And it resells for about double, triple, the price after a little while. And I think that, when you're looking at populations of product like that, they're making millions that still sell out. Even if you took a fraction of those kids that just wanted a Zion card, which, by the way, I think has tremendous, probably overproduced, honestly, right? As his Prism PSA rookie, it's still so small compared to that. So I think that there's still so much opportunity and growth in the sports card space, especially as it becomes more and more mainstream and more people get into it.
Yeah, and you said kind of an interesting thing. This would really ignite it on fire. You talked about if, athletes start to kind of get into it, if maybe rappers start to get into it, do you see there kind of being this, mix of pop culture kind of mixing with sports cards, and sports cards becoming kind of part of mainstream pop culture?
Yeah, absolutely. I think that, it's going there. It's getting there. And a lot of these guys, this is something that you can show off. It's something that you can collect. It's something that you can utilize as art and put in your house. The same way that everybody, a lot of people have been buying like bear bricks and different types of collectibles that are selling for a lot more. Why would every rapper not want to have a LeBron 2003 chrome refractor on display in their house? Or if you're really balling, a gold one or a black one, like it's going to become a status symbol like that. The same way that vehicles, that sneakers, that fashion, that collectibles, that art are. And especially because all these people are basketball fans at the core. And that's where I think there's a lot of crossover and parallel. And that's when you saw the sneaker market really explode. It's mixing like sports and music. And I think you're going to see those same things happen in sports cards, where those worlds collide.
That's absolutely fascinating. And if that is able to happen, it's you think it's hard to get product today, and you think prices are high today, sit down in your seat, everybody, because that, the NBA hoops might be selling for Prism prices, if this is actually the direction that things go. So it's wow, that's an amazing thought. We were talking the other day, Skee and I were, and I said to him, this event right now, that this virtual sports card con is taking place because the national is obviously had to be postponed. But I said, when conferences start to come back around, maybe there needs to be a in-person modern sports card conference that combines pop culture, DJs, athletes, real modern stuff, stars, celebrities, combines it into sports cards, and has a very dynamic feel to the card floor, a DJ playing, lights, like much more of a modern experience than how the national currently is. And I could see that maybe helping, kind of push us into the future. Push the sports card hobby into the future.
100%. I totally agree. And like, I think that obviously like the national, these things are things that have been going on for decades and aren't going anywhere. But I think there's a huge opportunity for new things that are going to be created. And if you look in the lifestyle world, Complex kind of did that between fashion and music with ComplexCon that has grown to become this huge thing that's reaching, that tens of thousands of people are going to. It's selling tickets. They're doing limited drops of all these products there. It's a mixture of music, of fashion, of culture. And I think you're going to see the same thing. Those kids that are into that, there's no reason that there wouldn't be a new event that's tailored for them with music and with different sports athletes and art pieces and kicks. Like, I think there's actually a lot of parallels between all of those going hand in hand. Like, why would you not, have a pair of Jordan 1s and showcase your Jordan rookie card and, pair that with a piece of art? I think there's a lot of different parallels and ways that the worlds will all come together and merge.
I like it. All right. Well, if we can get that off the ground, Skee, you got to DJ at the first one. We got to have you there.
Let's go. I'm in.
All right. I don't know. We'll see what the audience thinks. Let's see what people think about that concept in the chat. Maybe, my team here, they've been working their tail off at the virtual the last 5 days, but I think they got a little energy in them. I think they could maybe put this thing together. We could, they're laughing. Kelly over there on the desk, she's shaking her head right now going, my God, what are you doing to me? Anyway, just, I love to dream about that stuff.
That's great.
So I know.
And also, go ahead.
Oh,
go ahead. I was just going to say, to jump in, I think that there's also the opportunity. You're going to start seeing a lot of these like small, it doesn't have to be these huge events. You're going to start seeing these smaller meetups and get-togethers where people are sharing their cards. I think there's a huge opportunity in almost this gallery, small event style space for people to come connect, showcase cards. And I think that's where, that's what really gets me excited too, and what I want to look at putting together.
Yeah, absolutely. Very, very cool. So I know you have a lot of connections with athletes, and I know, being in the music world, then you've got, a lot of athletes like the music world, vice versa. Are you enthusiastic about these seasons? Like, we got more MLB players today, the Cardinals, they're testing positive. Like, are we actually going to, the NBA seems to be going pretty smoothly, but what do you think is going to happen with NFL and all that stuff this year?
Oh, it's tough, man. Every day, if you ask me tomorrow, my answer will probably change. I'm more optimistic today, but we'll see what happens with tests and stuff. Like, I don't think anybody knows. The NBA obviously has done a tremendous job of creating a bubble. I think they're going to be able to execute and pull off something that, is a gargantuan task. And what Adam Silver and those guys do is phenomenal. Other sports, it's a challenge because their seasons hadn't started, so you can't just whittle down the teams. You can't do a very short, like for the bubble, remember a lot of those teams are going to be out after a very short run there. They can only have to stay there 8 weeks versus baseball, football. If you were to try something like that, you're talking about a significant time commitment for a lot of players and individuals. And because those sports have more players, there's more personnel attached to it. It's very difficult. Baseball, is obviously trying its hardest there. And we work with a lot of the teams, a lot of with the players. And something interesting that, we've found out is that, in our workings with them is we're planning, and just as a side note, we do a lot of the entertainment for teams. I grew up in Minnesota, so I still help the Vikings with all their entertainment. We do stuff with the Twins, with all these various teams, so we're helping them out. But what's interesting is there still is plans in motion where there will be fans in the stadium in the near future where they're going to test it with a very small amount. And it's going to come down to all local regulations based on how many can be in there per exit, what capacities are. And it's going to be very whittled down. We're talking like 1,000, 1,500, 2,000, 5,000 in a football stadium maybe. But as pessimistic as I am when I'm like, oh, they might just cancel it all, on one hand, there's serious plans where they could be fans in stadium this year. Now, I don't know if that actually is going to happen, and I personally would not bet on it, but teams are preparing and planning for that. And this is not something that we're talking about mid-August potentially. But again, things change every day. And the more tests that come out, we saw what happened with Cardinals this past week. And I was just in Minnesota there at the Twins Stadium. So I'm like nervous that, was I around them? It's just such crazy times. Nobody knows. But there's plans in place for fans on both baseball and football this year.
Yeah. All right. Well, hey, fingers crossed. Let's hope that can all come together.
I hope so.
Well, you've been very generous tonight, Skee. I know that you wanted to give our audience a couple cards. You didn't have to do it, but you're very generous to do it. What do you have for the audience tonight?
Of course, I pulled out some things. So I was just like, all right, we'll start it up. I'm still getting into the space. So I pulled up a couple mosaic cards of Zion and Ja Morant. And I think that they're the two hottest rookies in basketball. Ja Morant's going to win Rookie of the Year. Zion is electrifying, and he's one of those interesting sports gambles, like still very expensive. And if he plays to his potential, it's going to be so cheap, but it also has a chance of being zero in 5 years. So I think that that's obviously, he's so polarizing in the sport. I thought it would be great to give a couple of those away and for the people that are tuning in and to support you guys. You guys have done such a great job with this. I didn't know how it would turn out, obviously, and I don't think anybody did, but you guys have really pulled off something incredible, especially to create such great content night over night. So congratulations to you guys, and thanks for having me.
Yeah, we really appreciate it. It's been a great learning experience. I think that the show's gotten better every night this week as we've kind of figured things out, and now we've got tremendous learning so that we can maybe carry this forward to doing more of these in the future, which we're excited about that possibility.
Yeah, man.
Awesome. Well, I just had Parker pull a random name from someone who entered tonight's contest, and the winner, this is the first part of the email address, the winner is Piano Man Cam. Congratulations, Piano Man Cam. And if you're in the chat, Piano Man Cam, make some noise in the chat. We're gonna have you send us your mailing address, and we'll feed that on to Skee here so he can ship those cards off to you. So very generous of you to do that, Skee. We appreciate that.
Of course, I got you guys. Again, thank you guys for doing something so great for the community, and I'm excited to join and be a part of this. It's really fun, and it's gotten me back into sports even heavier than before. I'm watching teams that I'd never watched before.
It's awesome, yeah, and we're so happy to have you. And for everyone watching, we just put your Instagram and your Twitter up below you on the window here. So go give DJ Skee a follow. It's DJ Skee on Instagram, DJ Skee on Twitter. Any last thoughts or anything else you'd love people to know?
No, man, I'm excited. Let me know what you guys have out there. I'm collecting all these Minnesota sports cards. I've really gone in on my favorite players growing up, so Puckett, Garnett, Moss. So I'm just excited to, and hopefully, we'll get some of the teams that I'm working with involved in creating some of the content. And I think that that's another opportunity to share that out there. So feel free to reach out, hit me up, talk cards. I'm here to learn, here to work with it, and here to, just do cool stuff with everybody else and help shine a light on the hobby in my little way. So thank you guys all for the support, and look forward to connecting with a lot of you guys out there in the chat.
Awesome. Skee, thank you so much for joining the Virtual Sports Card Con 2020.
Thank you, brother. All right, it is time for our first dealer of this evening. We are going to bring in Michael Hatley of Touchdown Treasures. Michael has been dealing for quite some time. And welcome, Michael. We've got you on the screen now. Welcome to the Virtual Sports Card Con 2020. Oh, hold on. I lost my audio here. Is that just me, Kelly, or can you hear Michael? All right, I think you might have muted. You're on mute, Michael. Let's get you unmuted there. Hit the mute icon. Oh, we turned the camera off. That was the camera icon. That's live TV. The buttons are confusing. The camera button, the mute button, you got to press. Yeah, we lost our camera now, Michael, and you're muted. But hopefully we can get you back on. All right, there we go. Oh, now we got it all working. Here you go. How you doing, Michael?
Well, good, thank you.
Good. Awesome. Welcome to the Virtual Sports Card Con 2020. And you have been dealing for a long time. You would ordinarily, under ordinary circumstances, you would be exhibiting right now at the National, right?
Yeah, I'd probably be packing up and out of the show right now. Yeah, it's a bit of a bummer. We're all looking for the National. You know, we look for it every single year. It's a great thrill to see my customers from all over the country, and it's a big bummer. It really is.
Awesome. Well, we're going to talk more about that, but I want to tell the audience right now that they should go to sportscardinvestor.com and click on the Virtual 2020, and then look for where it says Touchdown Treasures. And there is a link to your dealer page. And on your dealer page, they can find both your eBay store and your website. And the items you're going to be showing tonight, some are from your eBay store, some are from your website, a little bit of mix of both. And so they're going to want to go check out both your eBay store and your website on your dealer page on sportscardinvestor.com. And we're going to start getting into items in just a minute. How many years have you done the National?
I think it's just over 30. I've been doing this 36 overall, but about 30 Nationals.
Yeah, so Mike has been an absolute staple at the National. If you have wandered the hallways of the National, chances are you've come across his booth at some point in time. What is the most interesting item that you ever sold at the National?
Probably it was the very first World Championship program from 1932. There was a little bit of an argument whether 32 is really the first one or not. 33 is the first one that says it, but if you read the program prior to the 32, it actually makes mention that the next game is the championship. So it's very rare, and I've only had one, and I think I've only ever seen 3 others.
Wow, very, very neat. That's awesome. That's a cool item indeed. And I know you're going to be a really interesting dealer tonight for people to see, because you got a real mix of kind of historical pieces, that are a little, and memorabilia, not just, we've seen a lot of modern sports cards, but we're about to see a mix of more kind of memorabilia pieces, historical pieces, some sports cards as well, but it's going to be an interesting mix for the audience. So I think we should jump right to it. Let's start seeing some items, Michael, and let's talk about some of these as we go.
All right. Well, I figured I'd kind of do baseball first, and since I'm more of a football specialist, and then we'll segue into the football.
That sounds wonderful.
We're going to start off with a couple interesting cards from 1916. They're the Fleischmann and or Ferguson formats. They're actually very thin photo cards, blank backs. The difference between the two is Fleischmann at the very bottom has 2 lines to describe the player. The Ferguson only has 1. These are all up on eBay right now, and we've already had some bids already, so there's definitely some interest. It's a tough set to pull off.
And everything on your eBay store, you're open to taking best offers on tonight. Is that right?
No.
Or some of the stuff?
eBay, no.
Oh, eBay, no. eBay, we got fixed prices. Okay, gotcha.
eBay, everything that's on eBay tonight is all auction, and I believe everything ends tomorrow.
There you go. Okay, so we got a lot of auctions. That's right. We got auctions to bid on. Some of these items you're going to see tonight are going to be auctions to bid on eBay. And again, you can get to the eBay store. I think we've also just put the link to the eBay store in the chat as well of YouTube, or you can go to his dealer page on sportscardinvestor.com, click on the Virtual 2020, and then click on the Touchdown Treasures dealer page. All right, let's see some more stuff, Michael.
All right, this is a 1963 Fleer set. It's in really nice shape. Don't have to worry about pulling it piecemeal. It's a lot cheaper to buy it all at once.
Very neat.
We have some autograph cards. If you like Perez Steel, they're Hall of Fame cards. Have several different players, different price points. Really nice to get these cards. They're very well done. They're very colorful. I do have some of these, I think, unautographed as well. Similarly, for the Hall of Fame yellow placard cards, I have several different cards to pick from as well. And I know I have a whole bunch of these that are unsigned. So if you're looking for both, I should do pretty well there for you.
Very cool.
Getting more into the memorabilia for baseball, I always get a giggle out of this one. Pete Rose saying,
Yeah.
"Sorry, I bet on baseball." I've
That's
actually
funny.
sign one that he's not sorry he bet on baseball. He'll sign anything for money.
Now is that one on your eBay or on your website?
It should be on both.
Excellent. All right, cool.
Almost everything is actually on both. The next one is, I don't know how well this is going to come through. This is a Mickey Charles Mantle, full signed name. You don't see it very often at all. You see Mickey Mantle, some Mickey Mantle number 7s, but his full name doesn't come up. And of course, any other odd inscriptions are really quite difficult to get. Again, more memorabilia. Let's see how well we can get this. This is a salesman sample of the 1971 World Series Roberto Clemente ring. Try to show you.
There we go. Perfect.
Thanks. And on the other side as well. Really quite a cool, fun piece. Whole lot less than the real deal because you can't afford the real deal. Then we move into some bobbing head knotters. This is a mini. It's only about 4.5 inches tall. There's actually a magnet on the bottom. Just to date, those of us that remember the 60s, a lot of car dashboards back then were made out of metal. So you put this on your dashboard and he'd be bobbling around. The problem is these bobbleheads are made out of paper mache. Paper mache, well, doesn't hold up very well to bumps and bruises, and most of these got chipped, cracked, and then they broke.
I did not know that bobbleheads were that old. This is news to me. So you said that's a bobblehead from the 1960s, huh?
Yep. And only 1 year they did 4 player specifics. This one is Roger Maris.
Wow.
We also
that is pretty darn cool. An authentic 1960s Yankees bobbleheads. That's really cool.
And this one is Mickey Mantle. There is another version of Mickey Mantle. And there were 2 other players they did. They did a Willie Mays. And the Holy Grail, Mr. Roberto Clemente.
Wow, those are really neat. Those are real cool. I like those a lot, actually. That would be that would make a nice, put those behind your desk. Those would be a cool backdrop. Or even on your desk. Be pretty neat.
Definitely. So that's some memorabilia. Also, if you're familiar, also from the 60s, the Heartland statues. This is also the Holy Grail. This one is Dick Grote, who's a tough one to get, particularly in nice shape. Most of these got discolored or broke or what have you. Very nice piece to have. If you're into programs, we have some, at least since you guys are down in Atlanta, we have World Series.
There you go. Look at that.
And
got
also
this
one.
there.
Both they played against the Yankees. One they won, one they lost.
Interesting. Wow.
We also have from the 60s a Babe Ruth model that you could actually assemble. And I have other models. They did 6 players overall. They did Babe Ruth, Jerry West, Johnny Unitas, Jim Brown, Willie Mays, and a boxing one, Firpo versus Dempsey. And I believe I have them all at the moment. And a more fun thing, if you want to put it up on your wall, is the New York Yankees championship pennant. And I have a lot of other pennants as well. And I think that's probably it for our little baseball segue. So I'm going to start into the football side of things.
Now this reminds me, I bought a Florida Gator pennant last year at the National. That was from the 1960s, and now I'm starting to wonder if maybe I bought that Florida Gator pennant off of you. I didn't even realize it. Did you have a Gator pennant? Do you remember that?
I don't believe I did.
Okay, all right, not you. I guess it was one of the other dealers. But that was one of the things one of the things at the National that struck me was they had some really, a lot of really cool pennants that, like the one you just showed of the Yankees, that different dealers had on display. And so it was really cool stuff. And those pennants make great displays in your home.
Oh, absolutely. And the biggest problem back in the day, because I do the vintage stuff, is people usually put thumbtacks in the 3 corners.
Yeah.
And then time to take it off, they couldn't get the thumbtails out, so they just pulled it, and then you rip the pennant or the different corners. So it's, again, hard to get them in nice shape. And the older pennants, they're made out of wool, and the decaling has a potential of crackling. So trying to get them in nice shape is tough. So for the football segue, this one is actually the oldest or second oldest football card. But this is the oldest one that I have at the moment. It's a 1894 Mayo card. Tough to pull off. It's a blank back. But again, for you vintage guys, you probably can appreciate that. Interesting piece. I'm going to use two pieces here. This one is a Red Grange candy card. They came in two formats, a blank back and an advertising back. This one, let me see, I'll get it that way so you can see it a little bit better. And much to everybody's help, this was the actual box those cards came in. So it was a card with the candy, and it all came in this box. There is a different variation of this box, but this is the harder of the two boxes. So, and then we move on to a 1935 National Chickle. This is one of the second most desirable card in the set. Bronco Nagurski is by far the one to get. It's also one of the top 10 most desirable cards to get, period, particularly if you're an investor. Still doing the sort of Red Grange thing. This was 1937 Donut Corporation of America. There are very few player cards. There's only two for football. Red Grange is one, and Nuke Rockne is the other. They did do a baseball one, and that one was Babe Ruth. We have a 1948 Kellogg's Pep card. This one's of Bob Waterfield, and as you can see, it's one of the higher graded ones to get.
There's a lot of, I just took a peek in the chat here. There's a lot of positive comments in the chat. A lot of people love this stuff. And by the way, you can find Mike's eBay store and his website by going to sportscardinvestor.com and clicking on the virtual 2020. And he has a dealer page on there. If you go down to Touchdown Treasures and you click next to his name, he'll have a dealer page. You'll also be able to chat with him after we wrap up here in a few minutes. You'll be able to chat with him if you have any questions about any of this stuff on that dealer page. So make sure to go to sportscardinvestor.com, click on the virtual 2020, and click on the Touchdown Treasures dealer page there.
Moving along, we have a 1948 to 52 exhibit card. This one's more unusual. They did do tinted versions. This one is green. It's really, really hard to get the tinted colors. A lot of people are familiar with the 1950 Topps felt back, but most people, when they see it live and in person, don't realize how small it really is. It's about the size of a postage stamp. And this one is the actual wrapper that the cards came in. So it was really that small. In 1950, they did these bread for label decals, or labels, if you will. It was actually at the end of a bread loaf, so you actually had to be very careful in peeling it off. Otherwise, you lost probably most of the label. More traditional vintage. Here's a 1952 Bowman Large. This one's in very high grade. Again, all this stuff is on the website. We have a Paul Brown rookie card as well. We have 1955 Nuke Rockne, high grade, although it is considered off center. Also from 1955, a very another top 10 investment card to get is the 1957 Topps. This is Johnny Unitas's rookie card.
That's a neat one. Look at that. Johnny U rookie card. Nice. Very cool. Someone in the chat just said vintage is cool because the Browns were actually good then.
Yes, they were.
That's true. If you're a Browns fan, those are some vintage championships the Browns had back in the day.
This is a 1959 bazooka card that was cut out from the back of the box. Most people, once you ate all the bubble gum, you just threw out the box. So again, another tough issue to get. This is a 1959 Cons cards. Cons were wiener cards, so when you bought your hot dogs and so on, some of these cards were in there in the early years. They also, because they were in there, they got stained, so it's hard to find them in nice, clean shape. Another great Hall of Famer, Jim Brown. This came from the 1961 National City Bank Browns card. This came from an uncut sheet. So to try to get one of these in really nice shape is really hard because kids weren't very good at cutting out along the dotted lines.
That's awesome. That's a cool card. There you go. Browns fans have something to go after.
This is a 1962 Salata coin. This one's in a PSA 9. Salata coins are pretty hard to get in nice shape because more often than not, they either rusted or have rim damage. Obviously, a PSA 9 does not. Getting back to the top 10 investment cards to get, I have 3. Joe Namath,
there you
rookie. This one is in a 6. This 65 series is really hard to get well centered because they are typically diamond cut, so they're on a slight angle. It's not very many high-end grades. This one's an SGC 7. Really nice looking card here. And then this one is actually a Global 9. Global, unfortunately, is no longer around. But back in the day, Dave Baker, who was the grader, was considered one of the best graders in the industry. Somewhat more traditional, in 1968, Topps had insert cards. So actually, I have 2 different ones. These were test issues.
Well, now that Washington Redskins one is now officially a vintage piece now.
Yes, it is. And surprisingly, that logo was actually designed by an Indian. This is the actual test team card. So you got one of each in the packs. And again, hard to get because more often than not, these patches, people stuck them to a binder or door or whatever. So not a whole lot of them survived. This one's a 1969 Topps 4-in-1 insert. Happens to be Ryan Piccolo's rookie card in a very nice grade. Going back to one of our top 10 most desirable investment cards, we have a Walter Payton rookie card.
Yeah, it's a nice one, yeah.
The 92.
Very nice. Good grade there from SGC.
They also did an oddball card, 1978 Slim Jim. Again, you had to sort of pop it out of it semi-perforated, and you had to try to pop it out. Again, most people didn't do a very good job with that, and this is a PSA 8. Very unusual. Speaking of unusual, a variation on Joe Montana's rookie card. This is a 1981 MSA test disc. If you look really close, I don't know if your viewers can see it, but the picture of him, he actually has a Fu Manchu mustache. I think it's one of the very few pictures I've ever seen of Joe Montana early on.
That is a hippie-looking, 1970s-looking Joe Montana right there. That's funny.
And funny as my giveaway is an ungraded version of that, so someone will get a really great piece.
That is awesome. So that is awesome, Mike. I appreciate you bringing that on the show. We're going to pull a name here in just a minute, and they're going to win that Joe Montana piece that he just showed. I know some people in the chat are going to be going crazy for that thing. That is awesome. Awesome. We'll let you keep going.
Today, here is your Peyton Manning rookie card. Obviously, this is a little easier to get. This one is not graded, but that doesn't mean you can't get it graded. Nice card. Now we're going to segue a little bit into some of the other different cards, some oddball sets. This is a metallic Hall of Fame set. They only made 2,000 sets. They keep on coming out with the subsets every year. This is anodized aluminum. Anodized means it won't rust. Very hard to get a complete set.
And Mike, we got about 1 more minute to show items here before we're going to move to doing the giveaway.
Uh-oh.
All right, you got a couple big ones you want to end with?
Yeah, this one is the oldest known Michigan game program.
Wow.
It goes back to 1881. There's, best of my knowledge, only about 6 or 7 in existence, and we believe this is probably one of the higher graded ones as well. Real quick, I do have, this is a World Championship early program, AFL early program, Super Bowl program autographed, Rose Bowl program. Here's a Joe Montana salesman sample ring, similar to the other one I showed you earlier. This is a press pin, which technically is a tie clasp. Unfortunately, not many men wear tie clasps anymore. Here is a full Super Bowl I ticket. Very, very difficult to get. You can find stubs, but not fulls. A variation on the Super Bowl. This is Super Bowl 20. The Bears won this one. What's unusual about this, it came in 2 colors. This is known as the white variation. There's only 3 known in existence, and this is one of them.
Wow. Very neat. You got an amazing array of stuff.
We do have a Vince Lombardi signed check. We also have a Al Davis signed check. We do have some early pennants for football as well. This is the New York Titans.
Hey, hold on. Sorry, hold on 1 second. Yeah, I guess you have to go out and go back in again. Well, actually, it's working. All right, you keep going. Sorry.
Here's a Oakland Raiders. If you've noticed real close, it's black and gold, not black and silver. They did wear black and gold for the first 3 years, 1960 to 62. Another tough piece to get. We do have a rather odd piece. This is a 1928 sterling doll. This one is of Nuke Rockne. They only made 2 others, Babe Ruth, and they did make a Red Grange. This is the hardest of the 3.
Wow. And let's do like 2 or 3 more items, and then we're gonna do the giveaway here.
Okay. Here's a
wow.
Pittsburgh Steelers team signed helmet. For those of you that are into game use, I do have game use. This is Oakland Raiders. I do have helmets. I have pants, and I have jerseys. I have a full-size cape from the early 60s Bears, which is unbelievably big. And probably the last item, I guess, that we'll try to show tonight is this is a high-end Super Bowl replica trophy. I don't know if you viewers can quite see it, but every trophy is actually etched with that specific Super Bowl. This one has also been signed by Joe Montana and Dan Marino.
That
I do have
absolutely incredible
with other autographs as well.
Absolutely incredible, Mike. You have an absolutely amazing selection there. And again, I just want to remind all the viewers, you got all of these items plus a whole heck of a lot more. This is just a little bit of your collection. You've got a ton of items and people can see it all. Go to sportscardinvestor.com, click on the virtual 2020, and then click on the dealer page next to Mike's name where it says Touchdown Treasures. Click to that dealer page. Mike is going to jump in the chat after we hang up here in just a second. So he can answer any questions you have, and you can also get to his eBay store and his website from that page. People in the chat are saying how great it was, Mike, to have you show all of this to us. And I have pulled out a name here for the Joe Montana. Do you have that Joe Montana again?
There it is.
It's going to be Mr. Wayne Lewis is the first part of your email address, Mr. Wayne Lewis. Congratulations. Awesome. Very, very good. All right, listen, I need to tell all of the viewers that in order to go to our next segment, we've got to interrupt our stream for just a minute. Do not go anywhere. Just stay on this stream. It's going to go black for probably about a minute, but then we will be back, and we will be back with Derwin James of the LA Chargers as well as some more great dealers. Mike, thank you so much for coming on the virtual, and we'll let people head into the chat room now to go chat with you.
Thank you so much for having me. This was a lot of fun.
Absolutely. Take care.
All right. Bye.
Bye. Yeah, I'd say go ahead and right click and exit. Hopefully. Just cycle power. All right, I think we are back. Sorry for that interruption, everybody. Man, Mike he brought the fire, didn't he? Wasn't that some absolutely incredible stuff? That was really cool to see. And if you thought what Mike had was good, you're also going to like our other 2 dealers today as well. We've got 2 more dealers who both also have some really, really special stuff, kind of like Mike did. So we're definitely ending the week here with a bang. But first, we're going to bring in a very special guest. We're about to bring in Derwin James of the San Diego Chargers, the All-Pro safety. He's about to join us here on the virtual. We want to talk football cards with Derwin. So give us just a second to get him connected. And in the meantime, I want to remind you about some of the incredible offers that people have given us to give out here at the virtual 2020. So first of all, our friends at GotBaseballCards.com have a special short print Zion card. And I think we can bring an image of that up. It's a Beckett Media Zion card. This is actually a card. It's numbered to 333. It's a card made out of the first cover of Zion ever to appear on Beckett Magazine. It's numbered to 333, and GotBaseballCards.com is giving that away with any purchase on their website of $250 or more. while supplies last. He's still got some to give away, and in fact, he's also been generous enough to allow us to give one of those away to a viewer this evening as well. So we're going to give one of those away to a viewer, or you can go to gotbaseballcards.com. Any $250 purchase, you can get one of those cards. Limit one per customer. We also want to remind you that starstock.com will give you up to $25 in bonus money if you use referral code SCI when you sign up for their online marketplace. Again, starstock.com, use referral code SCI. StockX will give you 10% off any trading card of $100 or more. Limit a $500 discount. SCI Virtual 2020 is that promo code. You can only use it once per account. SCI Virtual 2020 for 10% off a card at StockX. ComC is giving you their elite service for up to 10 cards when you submit them to ComC. Write SCI 10 on your submission. Again, SCI 10, and you get elite service with ComC. Also, some other codes, 15% off a Pick Your Team break at Mojo Break using promo code VIRTUAL. That expires tonight, as does the StockX offer, by the way. 10% off any Pick Your Team break at Layden Sports Cards with LSC 10. And a free subscription to Sports Collectors Digest. He's having a contest. He's giving away a free issue, and he's having a contest to give away some free subscriptions. You can get the link to that, as well as all of the other things I just mentioned. They're all on sportscardinvestor.com when you click on the Virtual 2020. So if you didn't get those all written down, that's a lot of good offers there. Go to sportscardinvestor.com and click on the Virtual 2020, and you can see all of those offers. There is one more offer I need to tell you about. One more offer before Derwin James connects in here, and that offer is a special offer we are doing on our Market Movers data platform at Sports Card Investor. We are giving you 20% off your first payment, monthly or annual, 20% off your first payment using promo code VIRTUAL on Sports Card Investor's Market Movers data platform. That code's going to be good for the next 2 weeks. Take advantage of it. And here's a little look at what I'm talking about.
The sports card market is on fire. Everyone keeps asking, are you a collector or an investor? But we want to know, why should you have to choose? Market Movers is revolutionizing the way you track your collection and discover trending cards. Track thousands of hot cards every day. Set price alerts to know when to buy or sell. Browse for sale listings and find cards under market value. Use advanced ratios to predict the market. Even chart sealed boxes and cases. And now, you can track your entire collection and net profit in Market Movers as you watch the value grow. There has never been a more exciting time to ramp up your game into the sports card world. Collector or investor, you don't have to choose. Market Movers has you covered. And now get 20% off your first payment using promo code VIRTUAL. Go to sportscardinvestor.com and click Market Movers to sign up right now.
Derwin, welcome to the Virtual Sports Card Con 2020 and Sports Card Investor.
What's up, man? Thank y'all for having me.
Hey, thanks for being here. It's a true honor. It's getting to watch you at Florida State. That might not be that much of an honor since I'm a Florida Gator guy, but I certainly was impressed with your play the whole time through.
Oh, yeah, man, for sure, man. The good old days, man.
The good old days indeed. So, but there's good days for you right now because you got into the league and you made an immediate impact at Pro Bowl your rookie year. Is that something you were expecting to be able to do?
Oh, yeah, for sure. I knew I wanted to come in and, come in the mindset just to work and, earn a starting spot, but my biggest goal was to come in and be an all-pro, and then I know if I got all-pro, I know the Pro Bowl would follow. So that was my goals coming in.
Yeah, and you definitely made the most of that. Now, I know you had a little setback recently. You had a little bit of foot surgery. How are things feeling for you?
Man, I'm feeling 120%. I feel like Dr. Anderson, one of the best doctors over in Green Bay. He did a phenomenal job getting in there, fixing the problem, and I feel like I won't have this problem ever again.
Awesome. That's great. That's really good to hear. We need you out there on the field. What are you looking forward to most about this season?
Just being able to play it. I mean, 2020 has kind of been a, weird year, a different year with the pandemic and everything that's going on in the world. But, we're finding new ways to adjust and work around. And I'm just really excited for us to be able to report to camp, man.
Well, we're excited to see you guys out there playing. It has been a weird year. It's been, we've been so sports starved, and we're finally getting a little bit of that back on TV. And so we can't wait for you guys to get back to camp and get the season going.
For sure, man. Can't wait, man.
Absolutely. Now, as this is obviously a show about sports card investing, and so we've got a lot of football card collectors and investors who are watching the show. And Justin Herbert is a big name this year. A lot of people are chasing his football cards. He's going to be a big name in this upcoming year. Do you think we should believe in this guy?
Man, for sure. I mean, he's a guy that so far for what I've seen, he's a respectful guy. I don't have to worry about no off the field issues, and he looks like a great team leader, man. I can't wait to see him and Tyrod get in there and mix in, and I feel like he's going to do a phenomenal job for us coming up soon, especially, coming from Oregon, coming out to California. I feel like he fits the California, native.
Yeah, he was a fun guy to watch to play in college for sure. Excited to see what he can do in the pros. It's going to be a lot of fun. By the way, how do you like LA? I know you were an East Coast guy. Now you're a West Coast guy. What's that been like for you?
Hey, man, I'm kind of spoiled. I like it over here. The weather's nice, man. And, only thing I don't like the taxes, but everything else is good, man. I'm a Florida kid, so, just coming on the other side of the country is pretty different. But, it's still fun, man, over here. I love it over here.
It's a little less humid than Florida for sure.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, very cool, very cool. Have you ever collected any of your own football cards?
No, it's crazy. I used to try to collect my college cards because I used to try to save them for my family and my friends, because they always try to bug me and get them. But I never really, just use it as a collectible thing. I just use it to give it to my family members or people that I thought was close to me.
Now I guess you probably have to sign a lot of cards, right? You get the shipment in the mail from Panini, and you got a whole stack of things you got to sign and send back.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, Panini. I did a lot of that, especially, coming in early, right before getting drafted. You got to try to get in and, sign a bunch of your college cards. So I did a lot of Panini cards, and I still do some. But yeah, it's pretty cool.
Have you ever thought about just kind of keeping one of those, keeping one of the ones that you signed and keeping it for the home collection?
Oh yeah, for sure. I feel like I keep them and just just go out there and make more plays. I always keep that in mind. I just need to be out there, and the more plays I make, the better it is.
Well, the football card market, I mean, there's actually real money to be made. There's a lot of people, including me, who actually invest a lot of money in cards of football players and basketball players, all different sports. Did you know that some of your cards right now, if you go into eBay and you search for Derwin James cards, that you've got cards on there that are selling for as much as $1,000?
Oh man, I ain't know nothing about that. It's my first time hearing that. I never knew that. I thought I just give it back to Panini, and I thought they do it, but I didn't know eBay was doing it.
Well, Panini distributes them, and then people like me buy them, and then end up reselling them. So basically, kind of what happens is, people, if you're having good games on the field, then the value of your cards goes up. People are willing to pay more for them. So
for sure.
Yeah, so there's a lot.
I never knew that, man. I never knew that. I never knew that.
It's kind of like fantasy sports, right? Where you can pick yourself in a fantasy sports league. Well, you could also buy your own cards and have a game where you get 2 picks and maybe go back for a pick 6, and then the next day go sell them on eBay, and you're going to make double your money.
Oh yeah, that's amazing, man. I never knew that.
It's pretty fun. So if you were to invest in one football card of another player in the NFL right now, other than Justin Herbert, because we already mentioned him, whose card would you invest in?
Oh man, I would have to say the guy that just got a $500 million contract, Pat Mahomes. I feel like he's a top guy, and he's a pretty clean, respected guy, man. No off the field issues, like I say, a lot of character. So I probably have to say if I was collecting one, it'd be probably Pat Mahomes.
Yeah, he's and so many people in the football card investing world are going after Pat Mahomes cards. As you can imagine, they're extremely popular. He's a great dude.
Yeah, for sure.
Awesome. Derwin, I'm going to get you out of here on this. As a Florida Gator, I kind of like now when you were at Florida State, you guys had some really good years there, and we didn't. But the last couple of years since you've left Florida State, the tables have turned, and the Gators seem to have the upper hand right now. Florida State's been a little bit of a mess, it seems. What's going on with your school, and what can we expect from them?
We just trying to get everything together. It's just some of those, everybody has those years where they're up for about 10 years, and then when a new coach come or another coach leave and different players leave, you got to rebuild. And I feel like we're at that rebuilding stage, and I feel like the coach that they have brought in now, I feel like he's going to come do a great job and try to get things back to where they were. And, I got to mention that we didn't lose to the Gators. I got to say that again when we was in school. So, I always tell my friends, I got a couple guys that I know on the Gators in the league, around the league. I always be sure to rub it in their face. But they're beating us right now. I can't really talk too much.
Yeah. Well, it's always fun. It's a wonderful rivalry. And in fact, what was your favorite moment as part of that rivalry? Like, what was your biggest takeaway from it?
It was just, I have to say, when we went in the swamp and we won, I think it was 28-2, pitched a shutout.
That's an embarrassing score, by the way. That is an embarrassing score.
Yeah, I mean, they scored 2 points like a baseball score. So it was pretty good just going in there doing that in their home field. And it was amazing. It was an amazing feeling because, it's fun, man. It's a big rivalry. It's the battle of the states. So, you always want to win that game. No matter how the other games go throughout the year, you want to win that game no matter what, last game of the season. Did you hate Florida more or did you hate Miami more? Florida. Florida. It's definitely Florida. I actually want to take off this orange shirt, Adidas shirt I have on today, but I have to say Florida more than Miami. Yeah. Well, at least we can both agree that we don't like Miami. We can at least both agree on that one. No, we don't like Miami either. No, we don't. But I feel like Gainesville and Tallahassee so close to each other. It's like an hour and a half, 2 hours away from each other. So that's why I feel like it's a big rivalry, man. It is. Derwin, hey, man, thanks so much for joining the show. It's certainly best of luck to you next season. We're excited to see what the Chargers can do. I think you guys are a team on the rise, and everyone here is going to be rooting you on next year. Man, thank y'all. Tell everybody I said thank you, man. Absolutely. Take care, and thanks for joining.
I'm gonna act up. I'ma need you to back up. I'ma need you to back up. Yep. I'ma need you to back up. Spilling the tea, you stirring the cup. I'ma need you to back up. I'ma need you to back up. Yep. I'm in the 7, I'm gonna act up. I'ma need you to back up. I'ma need you to back up. Yep. I'ma need you to back up.
All right, everybody, you're going to be very excited about our next dealer who we're going to bring on. Just like our last dealer who had some really cool, interesting stuff to look at, so does Paul Kelly of Gridiron Stars. Paul's got a great assortment of all kinds of really interesting stuff to take a look at tonight. And before we bring Paul on, I want to make sure that you guys are able to find your way to Paul's eBay store, and you can do that by going to sportscardinvestor.com, clicking on the Virtual 2020, and then clicking on the dealer page for Gridiron Stars. And there you can get to his eBay store because all of the items you're about to see are on Paul's eBay store. And speaking of Paul, welcome to the Virtual Sports Card Con 2020.
Hey, thanks a lot, Jeff. Really happy to be here. Really appreciate you and your team putting this on. This is great.
How did you amass such an interesting collection of sports cards and memorabilia that we're about to see?
It's been a long time coming. As you can see, I got a lot of gray hair. I started when I was really young. After doing paper routes or whatever, all my money went into cards. Same story as pretty much everybody else that's been in the business for a long time. But I like to. I have my PC like a lot of people, and I try to fund that by reselling some things that people don't see too often.
Right. And do you do most of your business online through eBay these days?
I do. I've been on eBay since 1998, back in the early days. It's changed quite a bit.
You are an OG of the sports card and memorabilia world on eBay for sure.
Yeah,
very neat.
Absolutely.
Very, very cool. Well, we are going to get right to it. I want everyone to have a ample time to look at all of your stuff here because it's going to be great. And so let's just go ahead and get started. Let's see what you got. And I know Paul's going to switch his camera here. So we can get a good-looking close-up shot of the cards. It's going to take just a second for that to come up. And while that comes up, I'm just going to remind everybody to go to sportscardinvestor.com and click on the Virtual 2020, and then click on the Gridiron Stars dealer page. And that's where you can get to Paul's eBay store. And Paul is also going to be there to chat with us after he hops off of tonight's broadcast as well. So if you have any questions about any item you're going to see, and we're still waiting for Paul's camera to load. I know when we were doing this in our pre-run, it took a minute to load as well. So we're gonna give Paul another couple seconds here to hopefully get his card cam up, and then we can cut back over and take a look at Paul's assortment. And so we'll do a little dance. We'll do a little, we'll kind of keep this going tonight. Sunday night, right? It's we're at the end of the week. It's a celebratory night. Paul, it's the card cam's not loading, so I don't know if you want to try that again, or we can go back to your main cam and use that for the cards instead this evening. I don't see you on any cam, but we will get you up on a cam here. It's technology, technology. So anyway, while Paul gets one of his cams going, main cam, card cam, some cam. What's going on, guys, tonight in the studio? How are we doing in the studio tonight? What's happening? What is going on, by the way, in the sports world? Give me some updates here. Don, give me some basketball scores.
Okay.
We got Paul coming back up here.
Harden dropped 49.
Harden dropped how many points?
I think he dropped 49.
49 points for Harden tonight, man. Harden bringing his game. All right, we got Paul back up.
Oh, no, that was a couple days ago.
All right, so Paul, that was a couple days ago. This is late news. What's going on here? This is late information. I thought he did it again. I thought this guy was on a streak.
He got 4 so far.
All right, well, the good news is we got Paul back on here. So Paul, card cam didn't quite work, but maybe we can use this one. We see you crisp and clear here, so maybe we can use this one to show some of the cards off.
All right, we'll just roll with it. So
Let's roll.
We're going to go take a little tour through football history. You saw a lot of great things, museum-type pieces earlier today. Just to emphasize, we are here to deal. We are here to sell. This isn't a museum. But we'll start back in the in the 50s, right? And Alan Amici, rookie, great player with Johnny Unitas.
And does that mean, Paul, by the way, since you're here to deal, does that mean that you're taking best offers on a lot of these items right now?
Absolutely. Everything best offer. So we're going to go through some older football. I'm just going to put some things up. Elroy Hirsch, Crazy Legs Hirsch, great player. Bart Starr, great player and just a gentleman as well. Phenomenal 1962 Topps. That's up for $50. Packers in the 60s obviously dominated. Jim Ringo, another Hall of Famer. You'll see that I got a lot of Hall of Famers. That's really what I focus on. Jerry Kramer from 64. I've been trying to put together a collection of every card of every football Hall of Famer. Alex Karras is going in this year. A lot of them know you from Webster. And when we get into the 70s, obviously you get into the Cowboy era. Lots of Roger Staubachs up there. Cliff Harris also going in this year's class. You've got, Rayfield Wright. This is a 72 high number. Very difficult rookie to find. Somebody the other night was saying Jack Ham is the man. Lots of Jack Ham cards as you get into the 70s. As I said, it's Cowboys and Steelers. Lots of Bradshaws, Greens. Now, these are cards that you can get into and really start to build your collection of some of these all-time greats at pretty cheap prices. You'll see, a lot of these cards are less than $10. Here's your Florida Gator for you, Jeff. The OG Heisman Steve Spurrier rookie card.
I own that card
for $5 if you want.
Oh, I would appreciate that. I have a graded version of that card. That is part of my PC, the Spurrier rookie card. I like that one.
We got the Heisman card of him up there as well. So just to emphasize, a lot of Hall of Fame rookies. Art Shell, Harry Carson here. Clay Matthews likely to go in soon. Got an offer earlier on this. This is only a $4 or $5 card. And then we get into the 80s. Of course, Walter Payton, the all-time great running back. Lots of different Paytons up here. I'm just showing everybody a little bit of sample of what's going on, in the eBay store. And again, please bring the offers. Of course, before Tom Brady, there was Joe Montana. We got a couple of, his cards here. One of my favorite.
Let's see, that last one that on the left, was that 80?
85.
85 tops. That was the first year that I started collecting football cards. I've got some of those 85 tops cards.
And this is an 83. The 85s are great. Speaking of 85s, this is one of my favorite cards of the 80s, frankly. You got Marino and Montana on it. Very difficult. There's a few cards like this in the 70s as well, with like Staubach and Bradshaw. In 86, of course, lots of rookies in that class as well. But you get, there's guys here, Marino, Montana, Peyton, Elway, Bruce Smith rookie. All these cards, great players. You can get in under $10. A lot of them, make an offer and get some great deals. You'll start to see some oddball stuff a little bit later. Again, in 85, this is the glossy set. Again, Marino, Montana, Elway, the three great quarterbacks there.
That draft class that Marino was part of, man, that was
phenomenal.
Marino and Elway, just incredible draft class.
Steve Young, Jim Kelly. Here's a Dion tops traded rookie. Again, some of the Hall of Fame rookie cards. You can start your collection if you're not buying them now. Very cheap. Here's a Barry Sanders tops gold card under $10. You can get this tonight. 1992 really started the Chrome era, and this was Topps' first attempt at finest. They put out a test issue. This is the Emmett and the Barry. There's an Elway in that set. These cards, $5-6. I actually have the sets online as well. If you buy one of the sets tonight, I've got one right here. They come factory sealed. If you buy one of the sets tonight, I'll give you either the Emmett on the back or the Barry Sanders. Oftentimes, Derwin James might like it because there's lots of Florida State guys in there. But you can get one of the Emmets or Barrys. Again, just
Emmett was a Gator right there. We can.
It was absolutely.
That's right. One of the all-time greats.
This is, just one of those 90s cards that's hard to find, one of the hard-to-find inserts, Super Bowl heroes. I've got him. I've got a few of the other folks from that class. We'll start to go with some of the higher price cards here and start to walk through those. We got Terry Bradshaw, rookie, right here. Really nice condition. Please make me an offer. I'd love to sell this. We've got a Gino Cappelletti, one of the best players in the AFL. This is a PSA 8 from 1970. John Hanna, my favorite player of all time. This is his Hall of Fame rookie, PSA 8. I named my daughter Hannah after this guy.
Oh, wow.
Jerry Rice, rookie, PSA 7. Again, make offers on all of these. I've got a handful of Peyton Manning cards here, a couple of rookies. Different graders, obviously not PSAs, one BGS, but some nice cards here. Again, get your collection up and running, get some cards in there.
We've just dropped the link to the eBay store in the YouTube chat as well. So for anyone who just joined, just click that link right in the YouTube chat, and that will take you right to the eBay store where all of these items are for sale. And as Paul said, he's in the mood to make some deals tonight. So let's throw this guy some offers on his eBay store tonight.
Appreciate it. I can hear the pinging going. Here's a Gem Mint 10 of Dan Marino from 1993 SP. This is really the set that started the SP craze, on the Upper Deck side, and really reset the quality level of the cards coming out of Upper Deck. And a 97 Favre Gem Mint 10 from SP Authentic. This is the actual first SP Authentic set. Another Gem Mint, Emmitt Smith. Again, just trying to stick with some of the most popular players here. This is a 2000 SP Authentic, or the Brady rookie year. Just love these cards. They're beautiful. few other ones, some BCG 10s, Brett Favre. Again, you can get into these cards for, $6-7, delivered with a Peyton Manning 10, Adrian Peterson 10, obviously Hall of Famers that are coming up in the next few years. Couple other bigger cards here. Steve Hutchinson, some of you may know, he's going into the Hall of Fame this year. He played with the Seahawks and the Vikings. This is a number to 30 Upper Deck watch. This, his Crown Royal rookie card sells quite a bit on eBay, and there's 1,750 of those. There's only 50 of these. I have $2,000 on this. I don't expect to get $2,000, but I am very interested in selling this card. If anybody is interested in Steve Hutchinson, great card there. LaDainian Tomlinson, 2001 Topps Chrome Refractor, BGS 9. Really another great, Hall of Fame rookie card. That 2001 Topps Chrome set is phenomenal. Stacked Drew Brees, Steve Smith, lots of other guys in there too. Aaron Rodgers, 2005 Topps Chrome. Again, motivated seller here, BGS 9. One of the best of all time. Definitely going to be a Hall of Famer. And we'll move on to some oddball stuff real quick. Joe Montana, this came from a playing card set. I've got lots of cards from that set, but here's some 1971 Topps game cards. Butkus, Merlin Olsen, Bob Hayes. I've got a lot of other ones listed on there. Just some cool cards, a little bit different. These Kellogg's from 1970 are beautiful cards. These are in mint condition, no cracks, really hard to find. They get thrown around a lot and cracked, but just some phenomenal players in that. Some of the food issues. Here's just a Cowboys Rayfield Wright Hall of Famer from Wonder Bread in 1976. Flair made football in the 70s and 80s. A lot of people didn't know that, but they don't have players' names on them because they didn't have the licenses. But here's a Staubach. Here's a Joe Montana, not Namath. A lot of other great players. I've got some Walter Paytons from the Flair sets. Some other hard-to-find issues. This is a 1990 Pro set. For as much maligned as this set is, this is a really difficult card to find. You usually see this in a blue version. This is the red. It has a Super Bowl logo here. Jim Kelly. I've got all the Bills and Giants listed, from that Super Bowl. Also similar to that, this is a Buick set with Lombardi, Rice, Montana, some of those other ones. Difficult to find. $10 a piece. Make me an offer on these. Here's a couple other, oddball type things. Barry Sanders, this is Cardboard Dreams, has a little cartoon on the back. Bo Jackson, just love Bo and anything that has Bo on it. These Heisman sets, I talked about Spurrier earlier. There was 3 series of those. The first series is really rather cheap. That's where Spurrier is. You can get him cheap, Jeff. This is some of the cards from Series 3, OJ, Horning, and the second, Archie Griffin. These cards are much more expensive, much harder to find than Series 1. Series 2 is a little bit less than these. But nice cards. I mean, the OJ is the most expensive at $15. Still pretty cheap cards and in beautiful, beautiful condition. Again, just a little bit of oddball stuff. Some of the all-time greats. Jim Brown, again, getting the best player probably of all time right there. And don't forget, I'm a Patriots fan. That includes Brady. John Elway, Little Leaguer card. Kind of cute thing. Got a bunch of these of other players as well. Here's a Cinderella Story Joe Namath. This is interesting. Again, a very difficult to find Pro Set card. It came in a perforated set. I actually have a full page of these for sale as well if you're interested in more than just the Namath. And the key card here you can see is the Joe Montana, right? On this as well. So let me that is for sale. I'm going to switch over to basketball a little bit. On the back side of this is an uncut sheet of the Little Leaguers. You just saw the John Elway. There's a Michael Jordan on here.
Ooh, nice.
Magic Johnson on here. Barkley. This page right here is pretty stacked. Really nice stuff. Some other basketball we'll go through quick. Got some 97 Kobe Italian stickers. Kind of interesting. They're little mini stickers. Got some 69 basketball. Not the best of shape, but I priced them to sell. Paul Silas rookie, Jerry West. Check those out, pretty cheap. $5 and $10 will get the other one. Here's the Magic if you just want the Magic from that set before. Is a 1991 Star Nova set of Patrick Ewing. These are just kind of nice. This is original set here. Hakeem Olajuwon Star 86, beautiful card. Here's some of the other oddball stuff. This is really hard to find. Dave Robinson, Shaquille O'Neal. Really difficult and actually pretty expensive cards here that we're talking about for the serious basketball collector that can't find these. Clyde Drexler, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. Here's a Chinese Kobe card. This Kobe card came from the Basketball Hall of Fame, 97. Really hard card to find. Couple Jordans, a few different Jordans. Here's the bronze hoops. Everybody knows the silver. The bronze is really hard to find. Couple other oddball Jordans. Really important, check out the store, make some offers on those. I got to make a shout out to my buddy Brian Wu, who does a lot of the basketball stuff, who's helped me out on this. This is a 2002 Upper Deck XL box. Very difficult to find these. There's a couple players, Ed Reed, Alan Faneca. Can't find these boxes really anywhere anymore. I'll pull some more oddball stuff. Here's a nice 5x7 Tom Brady, Rob Gronkowski. I've got some of the other Patriots from this set. Difficult to find. 2015 tops. Here's a McDonald's test set. Everybody knows about the McDonald's cards from '86. This is an '85 set. Walter Payton, obviously the key card. You got Refrigerator Perry, pre-rookie, Mike Singleton. There's a Ditka in here, and this is the only card that Buddy Ryan actually ever showed up with a Bears uniform or Bears.
And Paul, we got about 2 more minutes here. Before we wrap.
There's a Magic Johnson from Finland. Very difficult to find this card. Julius Erving, PSA 8, 1976 tops. Really, hard to find this card going up. 67, Roberto Clemente, tops Giants. These cards are big, obviously, as you can see. I know people wanted to see some hockey. Here's a Jerry Cheevers PSA card. I've got a lot of 72 tops auctions tonight. So if you need some singles from this set, please get on. Take a look at those. I've got some oddball Bobby Orr cards from a local bank in Boston, Bay Bank. Here's Ken Dryden, really nice card from that 72 set. Some of the other great hockey players, Mike Bossy from 80. Mark Messier and Mario Lemieux, a couple nice cards there. Please make offers on those. A couple Gretzky's that are up as well. As I said, I do mostly football. There's some oddballs in here too. This really nice big College Hall of Fame, which is now in Atlanta, Jeff. You should definitely go if you haven't been.
I've been many times. Have an annual pass.
It used to be in South Bend, and that's when I got these cards, when it was in South Bend. Lou Holtz. For you wrestler fans out there, Ron Simmons, Farouk Assad, you may know him as. Pretty cool stuff there. Got some more modern football really quick. A couple Hall of Fame rookie cards, Champ Bailey and Brian Urlacher. Jersey card of Luke Kuechly.
All right, let's do our last couple. We got to get to this giveaway here too, Paul. I know you've been very generous with your giveaway this evening.
All right, we'll get to last couple cards here. Here's a really nice Dalvin Cook auto, number to 75 rookie card. Patrick Mahomes score rookie card. This is in just beautiful shape. All right, we'll throw up a couple more basketball things. These are 1985 Star, much larger card. Danny Ainge was a great player, but what's cool about this card, you got Magic and Kareem guarding him on that, and then of course Larry Bird from that set.
And Paul, I'll let you grab one last item here while we go. Let me get your giveaway queued up here as well. Paul has given us a couple of boxes of 2020 Score football to give away. I've got the first one up here with me in the studio, and we're going to give the first one away right now. And by the way, thank you, Paul, for this box. Nice box, 132 cards in there, so you can, I'm sure, pull something pretty good from this year's class. This one's going to Playmaker88. That is the first part of the email address of this winner, Playmaker88. And the second box of Score we are going to give away a little later tonight in the show. So I appreciate those donations, Paul, and get us out of here tonight, Paul, with one or two last items you want to show us here.
All right. Just showing a couple golf things. This is Tiger Woods 1997 Question of Sport from the UK. Really difficult to find that card. Brooks Koepka, he's on fire, best golfer in the world, phenomenal player.
And golf cards can have some real value. We've actually started to add golf cards into our Market Movers data platform. We're tracking a whole bunch of Tiger Woods cards, and we're adding other players' cards as well. There's some real value to be had there.
All right, Larry Bird, serigraph. Again, just a nice piece. Here's Kanye West. He wants to be our next president. This is the only card that Kanye West is on.
All right, we're going to end on that note, because if we're ending with Kanye West, that just seems fitting. Here with the last night of the virtual, we're going to wrap it with Kanye West. I like that. Hey, Paul.
There you go.
Thank you so much for joining. And for anyone who wants to go chat with Paul Kelly from Gridiron Stars, go to his dealer page right now on sportscardinvestor.com. Click on his dealer page, go to the Virtual 2020, and then go to Gridiron Stars dealer page. All right, thanks so much, Paul, for coming on the Virtual 2020.
All right, take care.
Take care. As you've noticed, every night during the virtual, I have been doing some interviews and sessions in front of this absolutely magnificent showpiece of a painting behind me by Jay Geeker Studio. Many of you have emailed in to inquire about purchasing your own version of this custom painting. And we are representing Jay Geeker Studio in the creation of custom versions of this beautiful painting right here. If you are interested, please email art@sportscardinvestor.com. And to the many of you that already have, we will be getting back to you within the next 24 hours, I promise. Thank you for your patience. But in the meantime, do email if you're interested, and let me show you a little closer look at this guy. All right, everybody, it is time to bring on our final dealer of the Virtual Sports Card Con 2020. We've had some amazing dealers over the course of the last 5 days, and we have one more amazing dealer in store for you this evening. We're about to go live to Ray Phillips of Rookies Are Us. Ray is a great dude, and excited to have him on the show here to show you his wares. After Ray, we have an incredible box break tonight with live box breaks where we are giving away 92 spots for people who enter the contest tonight. We'll be doing that after we go live with Ray. But first, we're going to bring Ray in. And just like the sellers you saw before, Ray has on our sportscardinvestor.com website a dealer page. You go to sportscardinvestor.com, click on the Virtual 2020, and then look for Rookies Are Us, and click on his dealer page. And from there, you can find a link to his eBay store, and you will also have the ability to chat with Ray after he appears today. Without further ado, let's go ahead and bring in Ray Phillips of Rookies Are Us. Hey, Ray, how you doing? Welcome to the Virtual.
Hey, Jeff. How are you?
I'm doing great. It's great to have you with us today. I see you got your Cowboys shirt on there. What are you expecting from them this fall?
I just hope we have a season.
That's true.
I think they're going to be pretty good this year.
Yeah, I hope so. They're a fun team to watch. Obviously, we'll see what happens with Dak's contract. I guess at this point, that's on hold now until next season. But they certainly have the firepower, and they had a good draft and got some more offensive firepower. So it's going to be a fun team to watch for sure.
Absolutely.
Good. I know, Ray, from talking, you like to, it seems like you like to open up a lot of high-end boxes and then sell some of the cards out of those boxes. I think we're going to see some National Treasures tonight and a lot of other, really nice stuff.
Absolutely. Yeah, I started back about a year ago, kind of got back into the market. I used to deal back in the 90s and had been out of it for a while. So in Target about a year ago, bought a few baseball packs and pulled a Matt Williams Superfractor. So ran home and pulled it up on eBay. It's like $500 or something. I thought, okay, I've got to check this out. And then I found your show. So I've been hooked ever since.
Well, we appreciate that, Ray. Thank you. That was probably the early days of our show back then, because our show just celebrated its 1-year anniversary. Sports Card Investor did. And that's awesome. And that's a great story. And I know you've definitely been hooked, because you got a lot of nice boxes and cards and all that type of stuff you're going to show off tonight. So, and you've been, I guess, so ever since then, you've been doing quite a bit of buying and I guess selling on eBay, right?
Yeah, I have a business, so I don't really have time to do a lot of the smaller dollar cards, a lot of extra time. So I was trying to deal in the higher end stuff, but unfortunately, when you open cards, you end up with a lot of stuff. So I have been very fortunate to pull a lot of great things.
So Ray has got the lucky touch. So if what Ray is saying is that if you've got a high-end box that you need broken, ship that off to Ray and let him put his lucky touch on the box, and he'll ship the cards back to you. Cool. Well, Ray, let's jump into it. Let's take a look at your cards. And again, all of these are for sale on his eBay store, which you can find by going to sportscardinvestor.com and clicking on the virtual 2020, and then going to the Rookies R Us dealer page.
Right, and these are almost all of these are best offer. Some are auction, some are ending tonight on auction. So, and I'm available on Instagram for offers, Facebook. So the first card, I actually pulled this one. This is a Drew Lock, Stars and Stripes, out of 3. And I have no idea what the real value is. I've got $25,000 based on, if he's 10% as good as Mahomes, or whatever. So I don't know. I'm fielding offers for it on eBay.
And that QR code, you did a slick thing there. That QR code is also a shortcut to your eBay store. Is that right?
Yes. If you take your iPhone, and I didn't realize this, if you take your iPhone out and use your camera setting and put it on that IR code, it'll put the browser at the top of your picture. You touch the browser, it'll take you right to the store. So once you get to the store, make sure you don't search on the eBay link at the top. Down below is the search just for the store. So that's what you'd want to do, is type in the search for the store for Drew Lock, and you can find that card.
Yeah, put that one back up, because that Drew Lock card, that is one of the better looking, cards of the year. That is one of 3. That is the Nike swoosh. That is one of the preeminent rookie cards. If you are a Drew Lock believer, if you are a Denver fan or a Drew Lock believer, and you believe this guy could go on and have a significant career, this is one of the cards
Absolutely.
To own. Absolutely.
Yeah, and it was redemption, so I've had to wait about 6 months, finally, or not 6 months, I guess 4 months. Finally got it, and I wasn't sure what it's going to look like, but it's amazing.
Yeah, indeed. Awesome, and I didn't mean to cut Zion short, because Zion's amazing in his own right, but I was salivating after that Drew Lock there.
And this is a Zion rookie patch auto from the draft, Immaculate Draft, a 1/1 platinum rookie patch auto. So, who knows what the upside is and what the value is of a Zion 1/1 rookie patch from Collegiate. So fielding offers on that also. He could go through the roof, or who knows. But for sure, there's not another one like it. So.
Yeah, indeed. Look at that. 1/1 Zion. Yeah, that's a beautiful card. Awesome. Is that one you pulled too?
I actually purchased this one.
Nice.
Found a good deal on it, and I thought, okay, I'm going to grab this, and I know they're going to go up. So been holding it for a pretty good while.
You had some good insight on that.
Okay, this is another one I pulled. It's a Daniel Jones from the 2019 National Treasures 1/1 NFL gear rookie patch auto.
Very nice.
It's another tough card to pull, and probably pretty desired card, I would think, if you're a Daniel Jones fan.
Absolutely.
So, okay, the kind of mixing it up with going back and forth, but I'm just going to show some of the higher end stuff right in the beginning. This is from the Immaculate, also pulled this one from the Immaculate Collegiate.
Wow.
RJ Barrett, Zion Williamson, 1/1 Duke.
What was it like to pull that card? Did you go running around the house?
That was amazing. The first break, the very first break I ever got in, I can't remember who I what was with, but I did a break. I didn't know what they were about, but I went to in a flawless break, and I got a Luca 5 auto in the flawless.
Wow.
And sold it last week for $9,000. So
you do have good luck. We need Ray opening all of our boxes. Goodness gracious.
okay, and this one I pulled also. This is Daniel Jones rookie patch auto gold hollow of 10 out of 10. It's the redemption.
Yeah, gosh. Very, very awesome cards. Very awesome cards.
This is from the Continuers, the Daniel Jones rookie.
That's the red zone, is that right?
Red zone version.
Yep.
Okay. Now, this is a Luca signature series from Prism, and there's only 25 of these. So it's out of 25. I don't think there's a lot of people too aware of some of these short printed Luca signature cards from Prism.
I think that's Optic. I think that's Optic. But yes, it's a very short.
I'm sorry, Optic.
Yeah,
You're right.
very short printed card.
So all these are on my eBay store. 10% off tonight. So Luca sensational signatures. PSA 10. Okay, this is a BGS Pristine 10 Luca.
That's pretty cool.
Donruss Optic. Okay, then we have Zion Williamson Silver Prism Draft BGS 9.5. This is from Optic Red. The rookies Zion Williamson.
Nice, very nice.
Luca Phenoms from Prism. BGS 9. It's a PSA 10 Luca sensational swatches.
Is it possible for you to tilt the camera up slightly so we can see the grade sticker?
Oh, I'm sorry.
No worries. We're hearing the grade, so that's good. But
yeah, okay.
People want to know: are you based in North Carolina with all the Duke stuff that you were showing with the Zion?
No, I just got lucky. No, I'm in Texas.
I assumed, being a Cowboys fan, yeah.
But I was a big Duke fan when I was opening that box.
Oh, I can imagine. I'm a Duke fan as well if I'm pulling a Zion. Trust me.
Okay, this is a Luca Choice Mojo. This card has on the back a few dots in the black area. I think it's a common thing with this card.
Yeah, those are tough cards. Tough cards to get good grades on because there are always little printing issues on those ones typically.
Luca Lime Green from Optic.
And you've got 10% off in your eBay store right now, is that right? If you go
10% off.
If you use the link on sportscardinvestor.com and click on the virtual 2020 and click on the Rookies R Us page, there's a link in there that gives you 10% off everything in his eBay store.
Right. So if I accept an offer, the 10% doesn't come off that, but it'll come off the regular price or a regular auction ending price.
Oh, that's good to know. Get 10% off an auction. Wow.
I'm assuming that's the way it works, but either way, I'll honor that. If it doesn't do it, I'll honor it.
Yeah, I don't know if it's going to give you 10% off an auction. I'm not sure about that, but it's definitely, if there's anything buy it now that people just want to snag, the 10% off is a nice thing there.
Yeah. So Dirk Nowitzki, finest refractor, BGS 9. If I'm moving these too fast, just let me know. This is, I'm not sure about this grading company, but it's a 9.5 Dirk SP rookie.
Might be nice crossover potential there.
Yeah. Tyler Hero from Prism Draft, BGS 9 auto. It's a silver. So Kobe Bryant, Skybox Premium rookie, PSA 8. Rui Hachimura, BGS 9. Gold signature. I think this is to 10. Yes, to 10. numbered to 10.
Very nice.
Okay, and this is a Cam Reddish Nike swoosh.
We're back to
And
being
that's
Duke
numbered-
fans again. We're back to being Duke fans again. That's
Yep.
a nice one, man. That's a
Yep.
nice one. You know, Atlanta boy now right there, the Atlanta Hawks. One of two. You got the Nike swoosh. Woo, on-card auto. Look at that.
Yep. Okay, so RJ Barrett, the green, I forgot what you call those. Green.
That was from the first off the
green
line
shimmer.
box, I think. That was the
Yeah,
first
green
off the
shimmer.
line, right? Yeah, green shimmer, first off the line, I believe. RJ Barrett.
And it's numbered to 25. Yeah. Green shimmer. Marvin Bagley Jr. from Flawless. He's got the diamond 3 of 4. Rookie. It's Kevin Knox from Flawless. Okay, we'll go to football. This is a Josh Allen Silver Prism Rookie PSA 10 auto.
I think that is a good investment card right now. I like,
Yeah.
you know, now that Brady is out of that division, the Bills are actually favored to win the division. Allen could have a real nice career in Buffalo. That's a nice card.
Yeah. I think Broncos are in for a good year, too. This is a good Broncos fan card. Noah Fant, Stars and Stripes. This is out of 20.
That's a neat one.
Yeah. And Gardner Minshew. This one is out of 10. Now, this gets mixed up with this is a Rookie Treasures. This gets mixed up with the Midnight version, which there's 20 of the Midnight. The Rookie Treasures is to 10, but they look very similar from National Treasures.
Yep.
Peyton Manning Finest Rookie, PSA 9. Deshaun Watson, National Treasures, PSA 10.
I think he's a little undervalued right now. I like that one.
Yeah. Oh, he's good. Kerryon Johnson, PSA 10, Rookie Patch Auto. Christian Kirk, Rookie Patch Auto, National Treasures, PSA 10. Again, you can scan the IR code. That'll take you directly to the store link and search. Be sure you search in the store search and not the eBay search. Here's a Stars and Stripes Curtis Samuel, rookie. Derwin James, PSA 9, rookie, go label.
It's a nice card.
It's $20. Randy Moss, 98 Ultra rookie, PSA 8.
Marshall University.
Fred Taylor, say Topps Chrome 98 Refractor, PSA 9.
You know what college Fred Taylor went to, Ray? Do you?
I don't.
University of Florida, my friend.
Okay.
Great Gator, great Gator.
I should have figured that.
I mean, if I'm asking that question, you could pretty much assume the answer is going to be the University of Florida. I'm just letting you know.
Yeah, I'm kind of handicapped as far as a lot of sports knowledge. I'm more of the entrepreneurial, type guy. I don't have a lot of deep sports knowledge, so I'm learning though. Okay, here's the 95 Cordell Stewart blue refractor, PSA 8 rookie. Ben Roethlisberger. This is not actually. I don't think these are actually considered graded cards. It's BCCG, but they put a grade on it, but I'm not sure how that works. Derwin James, the same, graded 9, BCCG. And a Brett Favre. John Elway, PSA 9, 2007, Donruss Classic. Ken Stabler. PCCG PSA 9. So Sammy Watkins rookie patch auto. Beckett graded 9.5. This is a good one here. It's a gold. Dwayne Haskins rookie auto from Contenders.
That's a nice
Contenders
card.
Optic. Contenders Optic.
If you got some fans out there of the football club from Washington, I guess that's what we call them now, right? The Washington Football Club. They might want to hop on that one.
Yep. And since it's his, this is from the draft class, so it doesn't have the Redskins on it. I don't know if that means anything. Marlon Mack, Beckett 9.5 rookie. This is an Easton Stick rookie patch auto. Beckett graded 9. This is from Immaculate. And this is a Denard Robinson National Treasures rookie patch auto. PSA 10. Okay, this is some ungraded stuff. This is Plaxico Burress auto signatures from National Treasures. I think that is 2019 National Treasures. This is a 1 of 1.
Oh, neat.
Jarrett Stidham, red, white, and blue. Patrick Mahomes field level select from 2000, I think it's 19.
That's a beautiful card. Look at that.
Yeah.
I love, I've talked about on the show earlier this week how I love select and those field level and in basketball, the court side. It's just a beautiful card, right? And it's like,
They
especially
really
that
are.
one, like the colors on it and everything. Just nice.
Yeah. Yep.
Very cool.
Okay, this is a select McCall Hardman rookie patch. Yeah. Peyton Manning, National Treasures. Here's a Jerry Rice auto. This is out of 10 from National Treasures, 2019.
Cool. Very cool.
This is a 1 of 1 Cody Core NFL logo from National Treasures. I think that is 2018. Yeah, 2018.
Those are neat cards. Love the logo cards.
So, gonna go back to me now. Hold on 1 second. Okay, I also have a ton of Michael Jordans. I don't know if you can see these okay.
Yep, sure can.
These are all listed on eBay.
Oh yeah, got a lot of classic ones in there. A lot of the ones that have been popular in recent weeks, or recent months, I should say.
Right. There's some more Zions. This is from the Prism draft.
Yep.
Got several different options there.
Are these all ones you pulled?
Yes, I pulled all those. Skipping around a little bit. These are just a bunch of Kobe's.
There's a lot of people in the chat saying they wish they could afford to open boxes like this. I agree. Those are you got some an amazing collection you've amassed here. Really, really cool.
And these are Final Floor Michael Jordan oversized. They're from 2000 Upper Deck. 3 different versions, and they have an actual piece of the floor in the card. There's a regular size version of this. These are the oversized. And then I've
never
got
actually seen those before. Very interesting.
Now these are not on eBay, so if somebody interested in these, they'd have to contact me some other way. Also have a lot of Derek Carr, which I invested in. I could be real honest. I invested in. I listened to some the Vegas guy on YouTube that was real high on Derek Carr.
Yep, Vegas Dave. Yep.
Yeah, Vegas Dave. He got me high on these, so I invested a lot of PSA 10 prism, a black prism. Anyway, these are on eBay, so I hope he knows what he's talking about.
We'll see. I mean, we'll see, right? We'll see. But
okay,
they are the Las Vegas team, and I do like the fact that that they're going to get a lot more national attention because of the fact they're in Vegas. But we'll see. We'll see how Carr does and how the whole Raiders show does when it moves to Vegas.
Yeah, I'm sure there'll be some hype around it. So that's kind of what I was hoping, counting on. So I'm going to go back to the card side.
And Ray, we got time to see just a couple more, and then we're going to do your giveaway and then move on to our break this evening.
Okay. All right, this is Inkel Harry from Immaculate Rookie Patch Auto by the Eye Black.
It's a neat one.
Let's see. Here's another one. This is Inkel Harry, also the Shadow Box.
Yep,
Rookie Patch Auto.
Yeah, it'd be interesting to see what he can do this year for the Patriots. People were expecting big things out of him last year, and he had a few moments, but wasn't able to necessarily live up to those expectations. But I know a lot of people stashed him away on their dynasty league fantasy football teams, thinking that he was going to be a receiver of the future for the Patriots. Yeah. Of course, their quarterback situations changed pretty significantly since last year, so we'll see.
Yep. Yeah, and his breakout year might be this year. It wasn't last year, but might be.
Might be. Ray, thank you so much for joining. So anyone who wants to go chat with Ray right now and talk to him about any of these cards can do so by going to his dealer page. Go to sportscardinvestor.com, click on the Virtual 2020, and click on the Rookies Are Us dealer page. There's a chat at the bottom of that. And Ray was nice enough to give us a one-of-one printing plate. One-of-one printing plate. This is, I believe, Trayvon Williams of Cincinnati. One-of-one printing plate card, autoed on the card. Actually, it's a sticker auto, but nonetheless, it is an auto printing plate card from National Treasures. And we just pulled a name for that. And the first part of the email address that is getting that one is jbloom2011. So congratulations, jbloom2011. Thank you, Ray, so much for doing that. And thank you so much for appearing on the Virtual Sports Card Con 2020.
Thank you for having me.
Take care. All right, everybody, it is the moment of the evening that you have been waiting for. We are about to go do a live box break with, live box breaks. Live box breaks is a great breaker. If you have not come across them before, they have put together a special coupon code for us. The coupon code is CardCon2020. CardCon2020, and that is going to get you 5% off any break on Live Box Breaks website, and they have several breaks listed below market value. So you can find some breaks on their site that are below market value, and then you can use CardCon 2020 coupon code for an extra 5% off. But for 92 of you, you are about to get a free box break. They are going to break one box of, let's see, I think we're going to start with football. I think we're going to start with Obsidian Draft Picks Football. Brand new football product. So 32 of you are going to win your way into a random team break for that. Then we're going to do a Optic Baseball First Off the Line box. And those are really, really nice boxes. I've broken a few of those myself. 30 of you are going to get a random team in that. And then we're going to move on to Mosaic Choice Basketball. That is sweet. 30 of you are going to get a Mosaic Choice basketball slot. So we are about to draw 92 random names from people who enter the sweepstakes. And the first 30, we're going to assign in alphabetical order to 30, or the first 32 will be football teams in alphabetical order. Then the next 30 will be the baseball teams. And then the next 30 will be the basketball teams. So if we can go ahead and get the randomizer up on the screen. We're going to get it up on the screen in just a second. We're getting all the names from tonight's sweepstakes into the random.org randomizer, and we're going to have that up on the screen in just a second. But in the meantime, I wanted to remind you again, live box breaks. I believe they're liveboxbreaks.net. 5% off any break using code CardCon2020. And if you first of all, if you see your name as a winner, you are going to want to email parker@sportscardinvestor.com with your mailing address so we can send you your cards. And that is true whether you win tonight or whether you've won any of the previous nights. There's also now on our Sports Card Investor website, if you go to the virtual 2020, there is a link to a winners page that lists all of the winners from last night and the night before. And we will soon post the winners from Wednesday and Thursday, as well as the winners from tonight. In fact, we're going to post them soon after we bring them up on the screen here. Okay, we're pausing just for a second. We're getting we're having a little trouble getting the names into the randomization software, but we are getting them into the. Okay, everybody. We had a little bit of confusion there that we just had to work out, a little bit of coordination effort with the breaker to make sure that we were feeding him the correct number of slots and all this kind of stuff. So we apologize for that. The guys at Live Box Breaks are great. We just had a little miscommunication, but we are good now. We are good. And we are, I think, about to pull up the randomizer with everybody's names in so we can go ahead and fill those 92 slots in tonight's break. Let's see if we can go ahead and get the randomizer up on the screen. Okay, now, by the way, we're about to hit the random button, but before we do, this is, by the way, the first part of everybody's email address that registered. So that's why you don't see the full email address for privacy reasons. This is the first part. We're about to hit that randomize button, and the first 92 that come up are winning their way into these breaks. I will also mention we have some other prizes to give away after the break. So even if you don't win, still watch the break, kick back, have a beer. We're going to go live on Instagram during the break if you want to join the fun at Sports Card Investors Instagram. And then after the break, we will be back here to give away a few more prizes. So let's go ahead and hit that randomizer button. Good luck, everybody. And there you go. We are taking, hopefully you see your name on the screen as we scroll down. We're going to take the first 32, and they're going to be dropped into the NFL break by team alphabetical order. So let's go ahead and fill those break spots with there you go. If you say your name on the screen, congratulations. Now let's take the next 30 and we're going to put them into the baseball first off the line optic for the next 30. Here we go. We're going to grab those. So it's 31 through, I think it's 31 through 60, right? Or sorry, 33 through 62 is now in our baseball break. And now the basketball break, the Mosaic Choice basketball break is going to be spots 63 through 92, I believe. Hopefully you see your name up on the screen. If you do, I'm sure you're going to be on the edge of your seat to see if your team is picked. And in just a moment, we're going to put all of this up on the Sports Card Investor website on the Virtual 2020. There will be a link to see contest winners. Give us just a couple of minutes to put them there if you want to go back and double check. And also on that page is the link to email Parker if your name came up so we know where to ship your cards. All right, guys, here we go. We are going to go live to live box breaks now to do our live break giveaway tonight. Let's see if we can get live box breaks up here and see if they are ready to start our giveaway.
I'll do the IG ones later. Super loud. Oh man, he's playing 100 times, so let me know what's going on all these, please. It's just free breaks, man, for the Sports Card Con. What's going on, guys? We are live here to do a few free breaks for you. Appreciate the Sports Card Investors for having us. We got Optic. We'll do the Optic first. First off the line. Hold on. They give me teams. I don't think they gave me teams. So you guys, they gave you teams this time. Yeah, we're here too. Good luck, guys. 99 here for all your inserts. You got Harper. You got Edwin. Rios. We got Blake Snell. Yeah. I know I couldn't tell with the timing. We got Freddie Freeman, purple. Got a nice Springer here. We got Molina with the ice, Cardinals. And that one is 7/7. We got a nice McKay auto. That one's gonna be 35. We got Shane Bieber, 99. We got Rico Garcia. We got Nick Senzel. Feeling like Nick over here. We got Nick Senzel. We got Logan Allen and Randy. I'm torn. People thinking I'm high. It's funny. You got Brian Abreu. Got Buster Posey. You got Altuve. Got Rizzo. Got Toro. And nice Webb with the black. 25. Got Domingo. Another auto. That one's the 25. And a nice Mike Trout. 99. Got Grisham. Chapman. Nice Trout there. Purple. 99. And Marte. There it is for the baseball break. We got another freebie coming up for you. A little Obsidian. Yeah, you got to come to Wake Forest. Here we go, guys. We got Montez. It's going to be to 99. I'll set him down here. Another Montez auto, 99. Got 49 auto jersey, KJ Hill. We got 99 Darrington Evans. Yeah, I know, man. I'm just hyped. Hard to keep the shaking down. We got Edwards, jersey auto, 99. Nice Edwards. Then we got a Jerry Judy purple, 49. There's the free Obsidian. And the big boy right here, Choice Mosaic. You're welcome, Noah. We've been opening a lot of these this past week. Make sure to come check us out, liveboxbreaks.net, guys. We do a lot of different types of breaks. Got Olenek. Ooh, nice Mosaic, Steph. I know, we usually break really quickly. And Jason Kidd for the auto. It's a 99 Reds coming up. We got Reddick. Got Baisley. 99. And a Dylan Brooks. 99. And we got a Pool. And Bobo. There's a guy that's hot right now. Nice little Bobo. Here we go, guys. We got some more free breaks going on at the site. Another free break of each one of those guys coming up. And a box of Chronicles. So come check us out if you want to try to get in on those. Appreciate you guys. Dubs. Thanks again, Jeff and Kelly and everybody for having us.
All right, guys, that was a cool box break. I just wrapped up. We did a little IG live. Let me hand the phone to somebody. We just went off of IG. Let me give that to you there. Awesome. Okay, well, we got some stuff there. You know, it's funny. We hit a Bull. We hit a short print Bull card, right? And he's been all the rage in the hobby. Certainly the last couple of weeks, it seems. We got a nice Steph Curry short print card that I saw come up there. I saw that Trout. That was a pretty sweet Trout Diamond Kings card, numbered Trout Diamond Kings card. There was some good stuff there. Hopefully we made some of you happy this evening. Thanks to our friends at Live Box Breaks for donating that break to the show tonight. Go show them some love by checking their site out, liveboxbreaks.net, and use promo code CARDCON2020 for 5% off any break, and they got some breaks listed up there below market value, so go check that out. Use CardCon2020 for 5% off any break. Wow, this has been one heck of a show. By the way, if you want to see that if you won and how to get in touch with us, if you did win, we're posting all of that right now to sportscardinvestor.com on the link to see contest winners. Do we have that up yet, Parker? Or are we not quite yet? We'll have that up in the next few minutes for those of you to check out, folks. It has been one heck of a week. We still have a few things to give away, though. We still have a few more things to give away, but it has been one heck of a week. I wanted to take a moment to thank everybody who's been such a huge part of the virtual Sports Card Con 2020. We truly broke hobby history this week. 55,000 people have viewed this so far, and that was even before tonight. This was the first of its kind event in the sports card hobby, and I am so happy with how it turned out. You know, we learned some lessons from the first few nights. We tried to make it better every single night, and I think we did. And next time we do it, it's going to be amazing. It's going to be even better. We're just going to get better and better every time we do it. Let me thank some of the people who have been involved in this and also give you some of their coupons as well, because we got so many good coupons that these people have given out to you. So first of all, I wanted to thank Josh at StockX. They came on the first night, and his coupon, 10% off any one card of $100 or more on StockX. Promo code SCI Virtual 2020. That is only good until midnight tonight. So if you want 10% off a card on StockX, use that promo code SCI Virtual 2020 before midnight. By the way, all of these offers are posted on the Virtual 2020 page in Sports Card Investor. By the way, I'm going to go through this list of thank yous, and then we are going to kick back with a little happy hour. I'm going to get myself maybe a little glass, maybe a little bubbly. I think we're going to bust out a little bubbly. I'm going to bring the team over here. We're going to take some questions for me and the team from you guys, and we're going to give some prizes out for people who ask some good questions. So hang out with us. If you don't have anything going on for the next 30 minutes, hang out with us. Go grab yourself a cold beverage, and let's hang out here for a few minutes, take some questions, celebrate what has been an awesome Virtual Sports Card Con 2020. I want to thank Dave at Sports Collectors Digest. He gave us a free issue, and he's got some contests running for free issues. Those are linked on our website. I want to thank Tracy from Panini and Emily from Topps, who came on earlier in the week. Those were really good interviews. Scott from Star Stock. We have an offer with Star Stock. Use promo code SCI for up to $25 in free bonus cash with Star Stock when you sign up for a new account if you use referral code SCI. Thanks to our athletes who came on this week. Thanks to Tyus Jones of the Memphis Grizzlies, who joined us from the bubble. That was pretty sweet. Thanks to Derwin James, who joined us tonight, of the San Diego Chargers. Thanks to Pat Neshek, the great MLB pitcher, who actually did a break for us a couple of nights ago on eBay night. eBay arranged for Pat to come on. And I want to give a very, very special thanks to our friends at eBay, because they were absolutely amazing. Friday night was eBay night, and they killed it. We killed it. We pulled a Zion Gold number to 10 out of Spectra. Thanks to eBay, gave that away. We gave away 2 boxes of National Treasures basketball thanks to eBay, as well as other stuff. I want to thank the whole team at eBay. I want to thank Nicole. I want to thank Chris. I want to thank Kelly, Evelyn, Jeff, and everybody else at eBay who worked with us. Thank you so much. We appreciate the partnership. Tim Getch at ComC, awesome to have him on the show, and they did an awesome discount code, SCI10. If you write that on any card submission to ComC, they'll give you 10 cards in their elite service for free. Chuck Oliver came on, great guest from 680 The Fan in Atlanta, and also the host of the Collector and the Dealer podcast. Dr. James Beckett, the GOAT. We had the GOAT on the show yesterday, Dr. James Beckett. Thank you so much for joining the show. It was awesome to interview him. And then, of course, DJ Skee, who we opened the show with today. He was an absolutely awesome interview, and he helped line up some of those athlete interviews for us as well, which was really great. I wanted to thank all of our dealers. We had so many awesome dealers on the show. I want to start with Joe Davis of GotBaseballCards.com, who is still doing the offer on his website that if you buy $250 or more worth of stuff on GotBaseballCards.com, he will send you a short print Zion card number to 333, which is pretty sweet. And we're going to give one of those away in a few minutes. So stay tuned. We're going to give a Zion away. I want to thank our other dealers, the Mealy Pop Shops in Gainesville, Florida. Jamil came on twice this week. Awesome dude, great business. Vintage and Hype, Tyler's a good dude from there. Inland Valley Sports Cards, D's Cards. Wow, what a story. D's Cards, Daniel from D's Cards. That was awesome when he opened up the show a couple of nights ago on eBay night. He rocked it. Incredible Collectibles, Pittsburgh, Explore Sports. They were all on yesterday. They were an awesome lineup of dealers. And then, of course, tonight we had Touchdown Treasures, who did an awesome job. Gridiron Stars and Rookies Are Us, all super strong dealers. Appreciate all of them for coming on the show. Also wanted to give a lot of thanks to our breakers who we had this week. We opened up on Wednesday with Phil's Pulls doing a break of Bowman 2020, which we gave all of that away for free to all of you. Then we went to Mojo Break, and they did a break. They did awesome. And by the way, Mojo Break gave us a discount code, which is only good through the end of the night tonight. Promo code VIRTUAL gets you 15% off any Pick Your Team break on Mojo Break. Again, promo code VIRTUAL, 15% off, only good through the end of the night tonight. Layden Sports Cards came on and did the breaks on eBay night, and their promo code LSC10 gets you 10% off any Pick Your Team break. Last night we had Jaspys on. Jaspys is a great breaker. They did an awesome job last night. They really did our audience right. Really appreciate Jaspys going on. Give Jaspys case breaks some love. And then tonight's breaker, live box breaks. They have been great as well. And use promo code CardCon2020 for 5% off any break with live box breaks. All of these promo codes are listed on our website, sportscardinvestor.com, if you click on the virtual 2020. Man, that was a lot of people who did a lot of things to make this show possible this week. We appreciate all those sponsors, all those coupon offers, all those special guests, all those breakers, all those dealers. But most of all, I appreciate my team here at Sports Card Investor, who we could absolutely have not put this show together without. And in just a minute, I'm going to bring my team on camera. They don't know this yet, but they're coming on one-on-one, and they're going to sit here in the hot seat on the couch. They don't know this yet. They're now looking at me like, what's about to go on? And we are going to take some questions from you to ask each of my team members as we talk about how the show went on. And the best questions tonight are going to win some prizes. We're going to give away 2 3-month subscriptions to Market Movers. We've got another box of Score Football to give away, courtesy of Gridiron Stars tonight. And we've also got an exclusive Zion short print card, numbered to 333, courtesy of Got Baseball Cards, which we are going to give away. But before my team comes over, I feel like we got to pop a little bubbly. I feel like we got to celebrate this for setting the hobby world on fire. Let's grab some champagne over here. Appreciate this. Kelly's going to come on and pop the champagne. Now, we'll do a little talk with Kelly. We'll do the fancy bottle. Do the one, no, the other one. The other one's a fancy one. We're going to start with a little style here tonight, ladies and gentlemen. Kelly will come over. We're going to pop the champagne. Kelly, a fan favorite from the week, producer of the show, and we'll have Kelly on. Kelly will come on last to answer the questions because you got to wait in anticipation to be able to ask Kelly questions. What do we need here? The cups are right up there. Right up there. What's that?
Winners are up.
All right, winners are up. So if you want to check to see if you won tonight, if you were one of those people who won tonight, you can go to sportscardinvestor.com, and the winner list is on the virtual 2020 page. Hi, Kelly.
Hi.
How are you feeling? You just, for the first time in 5 days, you just stepped out from behind the producer desk.
I know. I feel like I've lived back there, which I actually have. And then when I packed up my bag yesterday as we were leaving, Mike, of course Mike would make
Forgot the mic. Yeah. Hold on, I got to plug you in here. Got to make sure that the viewers can hear all of the conversation. There we go.
I'm just going to stick this. I'm just going to attach this to my chain because why not?
Why not?
So yeah, when we were leaving the studio last night, you made a joke about all of my clothes here, and I was like, well, yeah, because I've literally been living in this space for the past 15 days.
Yeah, it's been a bit. It's been a bit. Kelly has put in an absolutely incredible effort to put this whole thing together. Everyone in the chat right now, say thank you, Kelly, because this whole thing has been her. We're super lucky to have her here at Sports Card Investor.
You know.
And she started in April. Kelly, did you know what you were getting yourself into?
No, this was not.
Was this in the job description?
This was not in my job description.
Do you feel like you were misled during the interview process by the person who interviewed you? That was me.
That was you. That was definitely you.
I think I said, well, we might do like a little online thing.
Yeah, just a little bit of member live streams. It only happens once a month, and then we went to twice a month. And then, we're doing a 5-day con.
Well, in fairness, we did not know the National was going to be canceled.
That's true.
We were still hopeful the National was going to happen, so we did not know we were going to do this. But when the National was canceled, we decided, it was the whole team, and we're like, hey, let's do this. This will be great. Try to lift up the sports car community. Hopefully a lot of you found this as an enjoyable way to see a bunch of cards and guests and all that type of thing. We wanted to do it all for you. And everything, by the way, all of the dealers and everything tonight, all 100% free. No one got charged for any of this.
Nope.
None of the sponsors even got charged. We just asked them to donate cards to give to you guys in breaks. So,
exactly. Cheers
to a job well done, Kelly.
Thanks.
To a wonderful virtual 2020.
All of you. Thank you for joining us. We couldn't have actually done this without you.
That's actually true. Well, we could have. It's just we wouldn't have had anyone watching on YouTube.
That's very true.
It would have been a channel with 0 viewers and subscribers. Kind of like my first videos that I did a year ago.
Yeah.
No one actually watched them.
Who knew?
I just did them. I put them out there. No one really watched them. But All right. So here's what we're going to do. I'm going to let you...
let me go.
I'm going to let you go for a minute.
Great, because I need to get some more stuff done.
Get some more stuff done, and then we're going to bring over the members of the team. And I'm going to then open, when a member comes over, we're going to ask, we're going to take the best question from the chat, and the best question is going to win a prize. So we're going to start with Parker. Parker's wandering around. So come on over here, Parker.
Parker, you're up. What are we holding on for?
Oh, are we doing this now? We're going to do it now? All right, we're going to do it now. Before Kelly leaves,
Oh, wait, these are for me?
the team at Sports Card Investor here has gotten Kelly a little something for, here you go, Kelly, for all of her help, all of everything she did this week. Here you go, to Kelly. To Kelly.
I feel like I just won a pageant.
Well,
Thank you very much.
that's.
Thank you.
So this is from the team to you because you did such a great job of putting this all together. I'm sure the audience appreciates this tremendously as well.
I'm going to go find a vase in my house that will probably just be a very large container. So thank you very much.
Beautiful flowers, too.
Very beautiful flowers.
Very beautiful flowers.
All right, let's get Parker over here.
All right, thank you, Kelly. All right, so let me get my phone up here. I'm gonna keep an eye on the chat. All right. So there were some questions for Kelly. Good questions for Kelly. But hold those questions because we're going to see Kelly again in a few minutes here. We are now going to take a question for Parker. So first of all, Parker, tell everyone what you do for Sports Card Investor.
Well, I do a lot of stuff. My official title is Director of Sports Card Data. So I help out a lot with the market movers. So every morning I spend at least an hour going through a bunch of cards that, the sales, they look a little bit wonky. Like one might be way too high or way too low. So I kind of try and, sort of filter out like bad sales on eBay for you guys so that we're getting accurate data. I have about probably 4 or 5 years now of doing this stuff pretty heavily. So I kind of bring that expertise here.
All right, so I got a question for you.
Cool.
And by the way, it's great having Parker as part of the team. Parker relocated from Iowa down to Atlanta recently. And has been really doing a really nice job of quality control in our market movers data platform to, as he just said, to ensure that all the listings are proper and everything like that. And he's helping out with a lot of different data things around the show. He helps figure out what cards are hot each week and all this kind of stuff. And obviously, he's also been helping maintain the list of winners and all that kind of stuff. So it's great to have him here. Parker, the question I'm going to feed to you here from the chat. Whoops, I just lost my questions here. Let's see. This question came from Wyatt Marshall. Okay. Wyatt wants to know, when COVID ends, do you think that sports cards will go up because people are going to be able to go into the store and to card shows? Or do you think they might actually go down because there's people aren't at home, breaking cards and doing that type of thing like they've been doing recently?
Well, I can bring some. So this pertains somewhat to your question, but on Instagram, literally a half hour ago, I saw that Mark Wahlberg, he posted a post for Panini, I think, but he also posted it to his Instagram, over 15 million followers, where he and his kids are breaking Chronicles basketball, I believe.
Oh boy.
There's like a whole case.
It's coming, ladies and gentlemen.
So, I mean,
it's
when
coming.
A guy with that many followers...
The rush is coming. That's big news, guys. That's what's happening. That's what Skee talked about at the beginning of the show today. That's the kind of stuff that is now happening. And if that continues to happen in the sports card hobby, up. I agree with Parker on that one. All right, so that was from Wyatt. And let's give Wyatt, we're going to give Wyatt a box of Score Football. Congratulations, Wyatt. You got a box of Score Football. I'm going to take one more question for Parker. There's another good one here. This one was from Andrew P.
Okay.
Andrew P. What was the hardest part of doing the virtual?
Well, honestly, in comparison to what Kelly has had to do, nothing I did was hard. I mean, she has been doing like 12-hour days, nonstop. She's the first one in, last one out. Doesn't complain about that part. I mean, nothing I did was hard, guys. I just did the randomization, the giveaways. So yeah.
Well, Parker, it may not have been as hard as the role Kelly had, but we could not have operated this week without the entire team. And everyone on our team this week, Parker included, worked really long hours this week. Obviously here at, all day, all night for the last 5 days. And so it certainly wouldn't have been possible without a lot of Parker's hard work. And you're selling yourself short. You also did some social posting leading up to this thing for us and the whole entire thing.
Yep.
So anyway, awesome, Parker. Appreciate it, man.
Sweet.
Job well done this week.
Thank
Absolutely.
You. Who we got next?
All right, let's bring up the lovely the lovely Rachel. We're gonna bring Rachel on. Let's bring Rachel on. We're gonna bring Rachel on.
You guys haven't seen Rachel yet.
Rachel is the better half of the person you will then meet after Rachel. The hammer.
Better hammer.
Then the hammer will hammer you. But we're gonna bring Rachel on the show. Come on, Rachel. Come on over and join. Congratulations to Wyatt and Andrew. All right, so this is Rachel. We can get you mic'd up here. So Rachel Rachel joined the team on a temporary basis for the last few weeks, specifically to help us get ready for the virtual. And she has been doing an amazing job behind the scenes for the last few weeks of just organizing it. So she's been doing the rundown of the show. She's honestly just kind of walking around, making sure I know where I'm going, what camera I'm supposed to be looking at, who I'm talking to. She's getting the dealers up. She's got the schedule. She's keeping me on time. She's telling me when I'm like, droning on about something that like no one cares about. She's like, Jeff, come on, get with it. Come on. That's like, kind of like I'm doing right now. See, if she was over there, she'd be like, Jeff, come on, move this on. Like, let's go. That's what Rachel's been doing. She's been doing an awesome job. Rachel, what's this week been like for you?
Honestly, this has been a really great experience. I've learned so much, especially from Kelly, just a lot of graphic design and I've really enjoyed myself. More than anything, this has been a very, very great experience. And I've learned a lot about the hobby and I hope to continue working with you guys and maybe doing another virtual sports card con.
Maybe so. Rachel will definitely be back if we do that again, without a doubt.
Yes.
And so let's take a question for the chat. So Rachel recently relocated down from New Jersey with her boyfriend Tyler, who you're going to get to meet in just a moment. While I'm looking for a question, what's the transition been like? How's Atlanta been treating you?
I love Atlanta. It's very different from where I used to live. I lived in Ewing, a little suburb of Trenton, but it's wonderful. I'm in a prime location, and I love being by Piedmont Park, and I don't know what else to say. I love Atlanta. It's great. I'm happy I came down here. And
good. Well, it's only been a few weeks. We'll see. And the best of it is yet to come.
Yes.
All right, so we got a great question from the chat. I appreciate this. This is from Lindy Lovebug. Lindy Lovebug wants to know, Rachel, what was the biggest fail that happened this week during the virtual?
Oh, geez. I think I just keep thinking back to the people that would call too early for Skype for our interviews. We'd be in the middle of an interview with someone else, and someone would call like 15 minutes early when they weren't supposed to, and that just kind of threw us all for a loop a little bit sometimes. But I always think about that, just how much we've been doing these test runs and like making sure people are on time, and they still don't get it. Some people just still don't get timing, can't stick to a schedule. But you know what? It worked out, and it was great.
It's a live show. Stuff happens, right? That's live.
Exactly.
It's a live show. That's what happens.
Yeah.
Awesome. Lindy Lovebug, I'm going to give you a 3-month Market Movers membership for free to the Sports Card Investor Membership Program, $150 value. And by the way, if I announce you as a prize winner, make sure to email parker@sportscardinvestor.com to claim your prize. His email address is also up on the Sports Card Investor website. If you go to the Virtual 2020 and then click for contest winners. So we'll take care of you. Rachel, thank you so much for your help this week. It's been awesome having you. Absolutely. All right. So next we will have to bring up Rachel's less good half, perhaps. Tyler. He's at least not quite as lovely as Rachel is. She was lovely, wasn't she?
Tyler's pretty lovely.
I mean, he is lovely in his own way. He is lovely in his own way, isn't he?
Yes, I am.
All right, here comes the Hammer. This guy is known as the Hammer. His name is Tyler Halshammer, so we know him as the Hammer. You probably are familiar. By the way, you're familiar if you're a member of the Sports Card Investor Membership Program. You probably know both Parker and Hammer because they give us cards they're buying and selling each week, along with me and another Tyler who works for us as well. And we send those out, and card optics from our Discord admin, and we send those out every Monday to all of the members. So you probably have read, if you're a Sports Card Investor member, you probably have read this guy's column about cards he's buying. You've been big on baseball recently.
Yes, I have been big on baseball. Unfortunately, I am a Cardinal fan, so the news the past couple of days hasn't been too good on my end. But it's been great just to have baseball back on, just to see everybody back on the field, and even basketball starting up again. It's honestly just nice to hear the basketballs being dribbling and hearing the sound off the the bat hitting the ball. So it is really great to have sports back on, because when Jeff initially brought me on, that was when everything initially got shut down. So we really weren't too sure how long that was going to be and how long that process was going to take. So it was very interesting to kind of to get this train rolling without actually any sports really being played, and having to to bring you guys content every week to make sure that we could still bring the quality that we're expecting.
Yeah, what's interesting is Tyler started with Sports Card Investor, I think, around April 6th, right? And I'd interviewed you back in March, and it was right, sports had paused, and then and then we did the interview. And I have to say, it was the sports card hobby obviously went down the second half of March, and I was a little bit nervous about hiring both Tyler and Kelly, because I'm like, man, we need sports to come back. We need the sports card hobby to come back. But I'm like, you know what? I'm like, one business lesson, one thing that I believe as an entrepreneur is that when things are down, when people are fearful, that is oftentimes the best time to get in and do something, because other people are going to be holding back. Other people are going to be sitting back. And so I was like, you know what? I'm going to take a chance. I don't know what the sports card market's going to do, but I believe in it long term. I'm going to take a chance. I'm going to go out and hire Tyler. I'm going to go out and hire Kelly, because I believe this thing is going to rally back. And I believe that maybe some other sports card, YouTubers or people trying to build memberships or data software, I kind of felt like I bet some of them are going to take their feet off the gas. I bet they're going to take their feet off the gas a little bit. And I'm like, now is the time to push the gas harder, because that's when you can really get out in front of everybody. And that's what we've done the last few months. And Tyler's been a big part of that. Kelly's been a big part of that. Obviously, Parker's joined more recently. We've got another Tyler who's probably watching the show tonight up in Michigan, who's been a big part of it as well. We affectionately call him the other Luca. We've got Mark from our team who's probably watching tonight, and Charles from our team who's hopefully watching tonight as well. We'll say hi to Don in a minute. We're going to bring him over here. Don gets to come on the set as well. We got Ben, who's been doing some PR work for us. Great team, and of course all our developers led by Brad, and great team of developers. Anyway, let's get to. I got on a rant there. See, now if Rachel was behind the camera, she would have been like, "Come on, Jeff, hurry this up. Where are we going with this?" All right, let's get a question. I got to get you a question for the chat. All right, there's lots of questions in the chat. There's lots of this chat is, people want these questions. We're going to give another 3-month Market Movers membership to, okay, so we're going to go to, we got Simeon Alley from Maine, 14 years old, and he is watching the show. And by the way, I love when you get 14-year-old, teenagers, that kind of stuff, watching this, because sports cards were a huge part of my life when I grew up. When I was 14 years old, I was crazy into sports cards, man, crazy into sports cards. And I learned a lot about entrepreneurship by buying and selling sports cards. It is an awesome entrepreneurship endeavor. It teaches you business skills. So I love that we've got 14-year-olds watching the show. You're awesome, dude. And we're going to hook, I tell you what, we're going to hook Simeon Alley up with a year of Market Movers. A year of Market Movers for you, my friends. You deserve to be part of this for sure. And he wants to know, Tyler, what is the most memorable part? What has been the most memorable part of the Sports Card Con?
I would say the most memorable part was just working with everybody here, just doing everything possible to give you guys the entertainment, quality and value that we've been working on for months. Just to get to this point now, and to see it all come together, and to see all the positive comments in the chat, is honestly it's hard to pick a specific moment. I enjoyed a lot of the interviews. Pat Neshek's interview was fantastic. Dr. James Beck's interview was fantastic. But just from the behind the scenes aspect, just seeing this all start from a conversation between me, Jeff, and Kelly, and to see it all, to come into action and see all that hard work pay off. So I would say for me that was the greatest feeling, is seeing each night it's getting better, and it's all the positive comments flowing through, because it was a lot of long nights, it was a lot of preparation and things like that, and it's just great to see that we're giving you guys something that you would hopefully like to see come back next year. And I think that that's something that is definitely a possibility, and maybe even something where we can do something in person once kind of things get back to normal. So, we're hoping that this is just a small taste of something that we can bring you guys moving forward. And, for even if there's any members out there that are watching, I started off as a member before any of this even happened. So I was on the other side watching just like you guys are now. So, just it's a great hobby to be in. It's obviously continuing to grow. So, if it's something that you might want to do when you get older, just keep at it and, just keep collecting, keep researching, keep doing everything you can to get to know the hobby better. And you never know where it's going to take you. And that's just from my personal experience here. So I do just want to thank everybody for taking the time out to come and join us each night, because I know everybody has a lot going on. And we're just appreciative that everybody can, take advantage of this, since we are all pretty disappointed that the National was, postponed. And as somebody who is from New Jersey, I was especially disappointed because it's right in my backyard compared to usually having to travel. So with that being said, I'm just so thankful for all of you guys and girls that were able to, to watch during these 5 days and see all of this, come into fruition.
Absolutely. And awesome. Tyler, we could not have done it without you. You've been a rock all week long. We really appreciate it. This guy's been working his tail off, just like Kelly, tons of hours. Been doing an absolutely awesome job, keeping the show going, keeping everything going on. Couldn't do it without you, man.
And I just want to say, without Jeff, none of this is possible. I'm not here, Parker's not here, Kelly's not here, Rachel's not here. So everybody, please give a huge thank you to this gentleman here, because none of this is possible without Jeff and without him, having the foresight to realize, what we had going on here, and what we could do to bring something to the hobby, that wasn't able to happen in Atlantic City and during this time. So, but yeah, everybody, thank Jeff. None of this is possible without him.
Well, I appreciate that, but it is no longer a one-man show. It is a several-person show, and this group that we got here is going to help just ratchet this thing up and up. It's awesome, man. I appreciate your words, absolutely, and congratulations, by the way, to you, Simeon, for your year of Market Movers. Make sure to email Parker@sportscardinvestor.com so that we can get that to you. All right, let's bring Don on. Don has been a very key member of the Sports Card Investor team this week. Don is the only one without a Sports Card Investor shirt, but he's got a possibly a more important shirt on this evening. Now, instead of joining with champagne, Don is going to join with scotch, which he's a good man for this. So some of you who have been long-term, okay, actually, so here's going to be, I'm going to give away a free subscrition for this right here. You guys ready? First person to answer this in the chat. First person to answer this in the chat, because now we're going to see who the real long-term sports card investor fans are, right, with this question. Don appeared on 2 special episodes of Sports Card Investor. What was the name of those episodes? What was the name of those episodes? It was like a little mini series. We were testing out a new idea. It was actually pretty fun.
I just had a good time.
2 episodes. What was the name of those episodes? First person to tell me in the chat is going to win 3 months of free Market Movers. Let's see if anyone in the chat gets this here. We got to see if anyone in the chat gets this answer right. Oh yes. Well, wait a minute. Our video producer Charles Hurley. Charles Hurley got the question correct. Come on, Charles Hurley. Come on, Charles Hurley. Charles Hurley, you can't answer the question. You're eligible to answer and you already have Market Movers. Charles Hurley, what are you doing for us right now? Okay, all right.
Someone else.
Anyway. All right. So let's go here. We've got a question. We've got a question from Nick Frazier. He's 16 years old.
Okay.
Awesome, Nick. And he wants to know, what is a good way to get started in the sports card business?
Honestly, for me, it's like, I think you said this earlier. It's just know what buy what you like, buy what you know. Start there. That's always the easiest and best thing to do. And that's what a lot of advice you get in all walks of life. I mean, heck, I think Warren Buffett's advice is the same. It's like, invest in what you know. So start there and branch out and do your research. There's more tools today. I think you might have heard of one, Market Movers. I don't know.
And now Nick's going to get 3 months of Market Movers for free, so he can check it out for sure.
A couple of times over the 5 days. But there's so much information out there to educate yourself with and be informed of your purchases or potential purchases, or just have much more comfort in knowing that you're making a good deal, or you're going to put yourself up for something in the future with the car prices what they are now. So anything can happen.
You know, I'm going to give Nick a year of market movers because 16 years old, we got to get this guy, we got to get him going with cards, learn a little bit of entrepreneurship here. It's awesome.
Fantastic.
Now, Don, you've got a little bit of a different perspective than some of the team here because, well, actually than all the team here because most of these folks are obviously, newer in the sports card investor realm, but Don has been a friend of mine. And a lot of these folks very experienced with sports cards. I'm just talking about specifically working for Sports Card Investor. They've all come on board since April. Whereas Don and I have been friends since for almost 20 years now.
20 years.
For almost 20 years now. And Don has worked with me in other businesses that I've had along the way as well.
I can definitely vouch. All those businesses happened. There's a whole bunch of stories. I'm sure they're probably in the chat. What's your funniest Jeff story? There's a lot of funny Jeff stories. But truthfully speaking, he's as genuine as you can imagine. He's equally, everything you're seeing on the screen is true. He's as true as it can be. And so I couldn't be more proud of my friend. I just couldn't be more proud of him. A year or so ago, he reached out to me and said, hey, I want to do this thing. And I thought it was great. He still undersells it, downplays it to all of our closest friends. But it's a big deal, right? This is a big deal. The hobby is huge. And to be able to grow from nothing to putting something like this on in a year is just, I don't know. It's just fantastic.
Well, Don has been a huge supporter throughout. He's given much sage business advice to me over the course of 20 years and also over the course of the last year as it relates to this. And it's been great. And then this week, he's been here all the time for support and has been actually helping time the show out and doing some very important behind the scenes thing, including feeding us, and you know.
It's crazy how these nights have gone where you come in and it's just nonstop, and you look up and it's 11, 12, and no one's eaten that thing since like maybe 4. Just to understand what it takes to pull this thing off and to do it for 5 days. Frankly, I think you're crazy to do it for 5 days, but of course that's the benefit of not knowing what you're getting into. You're just like, hey, we'll just do this thing for 5 days. What the heck?
Kelly will do this thing for 5 days.
Well, she may not do it for 5 days.
I'll just show up and say hello. That's all I got to do. Just hello, right? No,
but it has been a privilege to be here, and certainly a fantastic experience. I think many of your viewers have said it in the chat over and over again. This is great, and to understand a level of content too. Like the interviews have been amazing. I thought Chuck and Dr. Beckett was just like,
Yeah, that was great to have both of them on yesterday.
Derwin
James was great today.
Derwin
A lot of
James
people.
was great.
I saw a lot of people in the chat were really excited about Derwin James.
The amount of content has just been phenomenal. Of course, the cards, and I think tonight when you look at what Rookies Are Us, I mean that guy. He had some fire, and
he did have some fire.
I mean, if you were aspirational in your collection,
yes,
that's the guy to aspire to.
I don't know what his other business is. I didn't ask him.
I mean,
because I didn't want to put him on the spot. But I'm thinking he's got whatever his other business is. If he's busting open flawless and national treasures and immaculate,
there's some very astute viewers, and they were like, look behind him. My man had boxes and boxes
for
of
days.
Wax
for days.
Woo!
Yeah, that's an expensive habit.
I actually am glad that we ended the show like that because it can show you. You started off with what was it? Hype.
At the very beginning, Tyler from Vintage and Hype. Vintage and Hype, the very first dealer who came on.
He started from the ground up, and then you end the show with, Rookies Are Us, and that guy obviously has got it. So there's something for everybody, right? And you can be. You can be whatever you want in the hobby, and that's really the best part about it.
It is. I totally agree.
Point, and there's a little something for everybody.
I love it. You can cut your teeth on dollar cards and hustling. I mean, there were at the National last year. There were people who were going through all the dollar bins at the National and pulling hunting for cards that were worth like $20 or $25, but they were stuck in dollar bins, and then going and flipping them. And I met some kid who had made over $1,000. Finding cards from dollar bins that were actually $25 that were, that the dealer hadn't realized how the price had changed on it, and pulling them out of there and finding these treasures. You can any price level, you can cut your teeth in the hobby, and that's really cool. That's really cool.
Chuck was talking a little bit about that in terms of you can build your set, or you can certainly start your collection in any way. So I thought that's been great. So I thought you had the team had a fantastic variety of guests. And again, hats off to Kelly for pulling it all together. And then, I guess we should probably just bring on Kelly. No one cares about what
Oh,
we're
it's
saying.
time for Kelly.
Just bring her on.
It's time for Kelly. Let's bring the goat back out.
Bring the
Let's
goat.
bring the goat back out. We're going to bring out the goat. We're bringing Kelly back out.
Just the all-star.
Yeah, just
Oh,
Kelly.
she's gonna
I
take it
want to
out.
see Kelly drink directly from the bottle.
Oh, for sure.
Okay.
Class it up. She's going to class it up.
This bottle. Kelly's gonna knock this out here.
What did you guys do to this clip? Yeah, I was trying to figure out.
The goat has returned. By the way, we're going to give out one of these Zion short print number to 333 cards, which is a pretty sweet card. We're about to give one out here for the best question to Kelly. Look at this. Look at this right here. Now this is what happens after a year, after weeks of hard work. You deserve that.
I love how you automatically segued into a year because it feels like a year.
Oh, yeah, because people definitely...
Well, no, I was just thinking about when we do this next, and
How
often? So let me ask the question in the chat.
The threatening of telling me that it's going to happen in 2 months, and I'm like, no.
How often? So in the chat, we would love to. First of all, we'd love your feedback. How often do you think we should do this? And what format changes should we make? Answer that question for us in the chat.
That's actually great feedback.
And actually, Tyler or Parker, could you capture this? Because I would love to read this. The chat, we're not saving the chat log tonight, so we need to. I would love to tell us in the chat how often we should do this and what format changes should we make. I want to capture that information so that when we start planning out the next one, which maybe I don't know what you think, like Tuesday of next week, we'll just come back on again and.
No. I also need a life. I would like a life. No, but I think sooner rather than later, honestly, because just with the way everything's going right now, it's looking like, I don't know, maybe the holidays?
Maybe the holidays? Would you guys like a holiday show? Should we do a holiday version of the virtual?
Should we do
Is there a holiday? Is there a holiday version of the virtual in store? Could that happen?
Like...
I mean, she's going to look good in a Santa hat, I think. Are you going to wear an elf costume?
Well,
you want to come in?
No, that's
Can
you.
you bring the
You're
Can you bring the
100%
boxes
no.
in an elf costume? Can it be like, we'll sit here and break the boxes. You walk in an elf costume. I'll put on a Santa hat. It'll be great.
That'll be great. Yeah, we'll be giving everybody presents. I mean, who doesn't want a little bit of free giveaways?
I mean, that could be pretty good. That could be pretty good. Now, the only holiday thing I'll say is, and I actually would love to hear your feedback in the chat.
Yeah.
Are we capturing some of this feedback? Trying to.
Okay.
Trying to capture it. Write some of this down because
It's
the chat.
scrolling really fast.
Oh, when she's on, the chat's going crazy. Chat's going crazy right now for Kelly. I understand. I understand. I know she's a fan favorite. Kelly's a fan favorite. I get it. Ratings are going up right now that Kelly's on the show. I get it. Okay. All right. So now my question is though, the only issue that I see with possibly doing it in December.
Right.
Is that are people are maybe they're buying gifts for others? Are they buying sports cars for themselves, or are we going to try to get their significant others to watch to buy sports cars for them?
Well, here's the thing. As I think I represent a lot of Americans in saying that in Christmas time, yes, we buy things for other people, but we also buy things for ourselves as like a Christmas present to ourselves.
We do. Is
well,
that something we do?
Maybe,
I like Kelly saying, I think I represent most Americans as she's holding a champagne bottle in her hands.
I do. I represent most Americans.
Maybe.
No, I mean, my mom taught me that the only way to get the Christmas present that you really want on Christmas is to buy it for yourself, stick it underneath the tree, wrap it in wrapping paper, and then call it from Santa.
Is that a thing? I've never done that before. Is that a thing? Tell me in the chat. Is that
I've
something
done that
you
a
do?
bunch of years.
I have never bought myself a Christmas present before.
I have.
Have you done that, Parker? No, Parker's never done that.
Really?
Tyler, have you ever done that?
Done what?
Bought yourself a Christmas present and put it under the tree?
I can barely buy one for Rachel.
Yeah, Rachel, have you ever done this?
Yeah.
Rachel's done this. Is this a girl thing?
It's a girl thing,
Okay,
I think.
I've never done it. Parker's never done it. Tyler's never done it. But both Kelly and Rachel have bought themselves gifts and put it under the tree.
Yeah.
Is this a girl thing? Is this what happens?
I think this is just like us really knowing what we want, and like we can't figure out a way to like tell people that, so we just get it for ourselves. And then it's, oh my God, it's from Santa. Who knew?
That's what we all do as sports cars.
What a scam, man. That's. I tell you what, there's going to be.
I like it.
But in
This is a new
generality-
thing. I didn't know that. I would have a couple boxes of Select basketball under the tree this year. It would be the greatest present I'm going to open. I'd be like, oh my God, look, first off the line. It's amazing, Santa. Thank God for you.
But I think in generality, I think people want something to tune into during the holidays. That's lively. That's giving back. I mean, one of the things that I thought of is, we could always just do donations to charity, Toys for Tots, things of that nature. I mean, because there's a lot of people that are less fortunate during the holidays.
It's true. This is true. These are good points. I would love to be capturing the chat right now. Is there a way we can export this chat? Because we don't have the chat set to save. You know what? We could probably, before we end the stream, we can change the setting to save the chat.
Possibly. I don't know where you would do that.
I don't know if you can do that or not.
That would be
every 3 months, 6 months.
I don't know.
All right,
I don't know what we're going to do.
Let's get to a question. Let's get to a question. We
Well,
love
all
all
right,
of
we'll
your
talk
feedback,
afterwards.
by the way.
12 days of Christmas?
Yeah.
No. I will say
Okay.
right now, I love all
We got
of you.
spring and
You are
winter
not getting
versions.
12 days.
Early December before everyone goes on vacation. I always buy me the best Christmas gifts. You handle your bottle like a Canadian. Oh, here we go. The 12 days of the virtual.
No.
Yes, I
We
like
are
that.
not doing
On the
12
first
days.
day of the virtual, the breaker got for me a Zion number 210.
Three rhymes.
On the
Three
second
rhymes.
day of the virtual, this could go. We could go somewhere with this.
First off,
This
you
is
have
great.
you have to rhyme in that. It's a number 2 3.
It's what?
You were supposed to rhyme. It was a number to 3. If you were gonna
Does
rhyme,
that song
it was
rhyme?
number to 3.
No, do it again.
5 golden
This time. Nobody needs
Zions.
to know. How does this Canadian? This is what I want to know.
Canadians walk around with bottles of champagne.
I need to move to Canada, apparently.
Okay, so we got to take a question. We got to take a question for the chat here.
Okay, send them in.
We got all kinds of Oh, this is okay. Well, I got to ask you the question from Concerned. All right, Concerned Citizen is going to get a Zion. Concerned Citizen is going to get a Zion.
Okay.
Concerned Citizen wants to know, Kelly, what is your least favorite thing about working with Jeff?
I have to tell him 3 times to turn his phone on silent.
That's true. That did happen. Yeah, that does happen. That does happen. Yeah, the chat. Oh, look at that. I dropped my phone. Okay. Concerned Citizen, congratulations. We're going to send you a Zion card. I feel like we should give another away. Should we give away another one of those?
Yes.
All right, we got to
Ask
get some
another
good
question.
questions. We got to get some good questions.
Oh, we
Did
do
I
have
give away the score
box?
box? I
No.
gave away the score box. I did.
You
I gave
did?
it to Wyatt earlier.
Okay.
Yeah.
Also,
Oh, we have Noah. Noah says that he's 16 years old as well. I like all these. We're going to give a...
okay.
Are you doubting? Are you
Well,
now
it's
just think
just
everyone?
funny. No,
you
I
now
think
just think everyone in the
I
chat is
believe you,
claiming
Noah.
they're 14
well,
or
I
16
have
because
seen
I'm going to pick
a bunch of people
them.
in the chat that are like, I'm 14, I'm 14, I'm 14, I'm 15. Noah, I believe you though. I believe you. I believe you are 16. So what does Noah say?
How can we get people to prove their age? Can they send like a pic, like a selfie?
Oh, no,
Just
you
even
don't ask for
ID?
selfies? No, you don't do that. No.
Okay.
No.
I'm gonna take Noah's word for it. I believe Noah is 16 years old.
Okay, Noah's
and I
16.
believe Noah deserves a year of Market Movers. So I'm gonna
Oh,
give
wow.
Noah a year of Market Movers.
Cheers to you, Canadian
All right.
style.
Canadian style. Dude, don't cheers to a 16-year-old. He's 16 years old. What do you don't cheers to a 16-year-old? Go get. Oh, this has gone so wrong all of a sudden. Oh my
great.
gosh. Oh, we gotta. Oh no, we gotta wrap this
What
up.
did Noah say? Though?
Noah wanted to know
Okay.
what is the best basketball card. He's a huge fan. His mom and him
Okay.
have started collecting together. That's pretty sweet. Noah Castle.
Yes.
Congratulations, Noah.
Congrats.
What is the best basketball card? Well, I mean, the best basketball card comes down to who you're into. Like, I mean,
Right.
that's like, I mean, there's no
Can you get
single
the
best
card
of
off my
anything in the
desk?
hobby, and that's pretty cool. Like, LeBron James, you can make the argument there's LeBron James cards that could be the best, or a Jordan card that could be the best, or a Giannis card that could be the best, or a
The
Trae Young
Iniesta.
card, or a Zion card.
The Iniesta.
It's all into what you're into. But, you know, in terms of like the most popular set right now, I guess that would probably be Prism, or if you're going to
Yeah.
go high end, that's like National Treasures. But it really just comes down to like what you are into.
All right, I want to say this for Noah. Sometimes, based on who you really like, it's not about the card, it's about the player. So for me, thank you, Jeff. He bought us all a box of 16-17 Select. We did a rip and sip, which is something that I like to do very often, which is open soccer packs and drink wine or drink.
Yeah, we've understood that tonight, Kelly. We figured that one out.
I love champagne. So I will say my favorite card I've ever gotten from my Rip and Sips or just from my collection of soccer cards, because that's primarily what I open, is this card here. I don't know if you guys can see that.
A little out of focus. You probably had to hold it back a little closer to you.
Wait, I need to see. Okay. So it's an Andres Iniesta. So Iniesta is by far my favorite player. This is just a silver, so it's not like, I don't think a lot of people know who Andres Iniesta is.
No, why is he your favorite player?
Because as a number 8, he is the best midfielder you will see ever in the game. His touch was impeccable. His
There's kids
vision.
watching. Let's be careful.
No, touch on the soccer ball.
Oh,
That's
okay.
like
I
a
didn't
thing.
know I didn't know what we were talking about here, ladies and gentlemen. I thought she met Niesta at a bar in Spain one afternoon, and he's touching this. Oh, we got to cut this off.
When you're playing soccer.
Oh my gosh.
No. So for anybody that's watching, when you're playing soccer and you receive a ball and it's like it. You know, players when they receive the ball when they're playing soccer and it looks like butter when they keep carrying it. That's called a touch. When they receive a ball and then they just keep moving, it's like they've never been.
That's why they call it the beautiful game, ladies and gentlemen. It's a beautiful game. It's a beautiful. That's what they tell me.
But he's one of the best players that has been in the game.
Okay.
Like one of the best. And people don't value him on cards, which is crazy to me because as a soccer fan, it's like
he looks old.
He does look old.
Where's his hair? What happened to his hair?
Male pattern baldness.
I know, but like he's an old. He's like looks old. He looks like stressed and wrinkled.
No, he's 30 in this.
He's 30 years old.
Yes,
that dude's 30 years old.
Yeah.
That guy doesn't look 30. That guy looks
Not
like he's like
30, but like in his 30s.
Okay.
He's in his 30s in this card.
All right. I think he's had some tough losses. He's had many nights. All right. Anyway. Okay. All right. We're gonna take one more question for Kelly. We're gonna give away one more Zion, courtesy of GotBaseballCards.com. Joe Davis at GotBaseballCards.com. As a reminder, if you spend $250 or more at GotBaseballCards.com, you get one of these exclusive Zion short prints, numbered to 333, while supplies last. We're gonna take one final question for Kelly.
Okay.
And you know what? We're going to take this from AndRock04 because he has been using lots of emojis, so it caught my attention. That's
emoji?
good. That's good marketing. AndRock04. AndRock04 like made his stuff. I'm sure everyone in the chat is annoyed with the number of emojis that he used, but it made it stand out and caught my eye.
It did.
And the question is, Kelly, what are you most proud about the YouTube channel?
That's a hard question.
Yeah. Who's your favorite side?
I think that would go along with just the amount of content we've been able to, how much we've been able to diversify the content, I think. We're able to reach an older audience, we're able to reach a younger audience, we're able to reach that happy little medium in the middle. I think that with what we've done here at Sports Card Investor is we've understood that we are reaching multiple types of people. We're reaching people that are young, like Tyler. We're reaching people who have means, like Rookies R Us. We're reaching people who are antique dealers, not antique dealers, but vintage dealers.
Yeah, like this guy.
Touchdown Treasures.
Reaching people going on their 80s, like
but
Andres
Iniesta. But there's...
No, you're right. No, I'm sorry.
This
is a serious thing.
There's a value of people that come onto this show.
Yes.
That listen to what you talk about.
Yes.
That listen to all of the data that we work so hard to give you guys. I think that it's... the behind the scenes is such an important part of who we are as a company. And I think that a lot of what we do behind the scenes is sort of lost in the production of what we do. And I mean, just going to your picks of the week that you guys do on Monday, you got, like, I have seen the guys in here, and I normally stay till first in, first out, but I mean, I sometimes have to leave because they're in here till like 8 p.m. just trying to give you guys full data, full understanding of what's going on in the market. I mean, they work incredibly hard. You, Jeff, obviously, Tyler, Parker, the other Luca. I mean, these guys work relentless hours to make sure that they give you the utmost information and data so you can make an informed decision and you can make it with an ease and with a comfort. And I think that that's very important. So I think that as far as the YouTube channel goes, I'm extremely proud of how much content we're able to deliver, how much information comes with the content, and how and in my realm of the world, which I deal with marketing, how entertaining it is, you know?
Yeah, it's been a lot of fun. And even tonight's show was great that we had a wide mix. I mean, we had the first dealer had all of this like iconic memorabilia from Touchdown Treasures, awesome stuff. And then the second dealer spans, all the decades from older up into a little more modern. And then our third dealer was a lot of the real modern stuff. Like, it was really cool to see that span. As you said, a little something for everybody. And I think covering it all is an awesome thing.
Well, that's what's important about this hobby, is that it's not just the young, and it's not just the older, and it's not just that happy medium. I mean, you are serving a vast variety of an audience, and it's important to make sure that the content that you're delivering and the data that you're delivering and the information and who you should invest in, who you should not invest in, what your insights are, it's important to display that and to talk to everyone. And I feel like we hit that really well. And if you feel like we don't hit that really well, I'm sorry, we're trying to deliver that to you, but as a company, and definitely coming from your lead, we're doing our utmost best to be your best friend when it comes to investing in sports cards.
Yeah, it's a pretty cool thing.
Yeah.
And we're only getting started, ladies and gentlemen. It's only up from here. And listen, we're going to wrap. I wanted to thank everybody for watching the virtual Sports Card Con for the last 5 nights. Thanks, and special thanks once again to Kelly. Just an absolutely amazing job of putting this together. One last round of applause for Kelly. Let's put this together for her. There we go. Awesome.
I was behind
Thank you so much.
the camera. You were in front of it. So as much as work as I did, you also had to do it, because at the end of the day, you had to do all the talking. And I just had to sit there and yell at you.
Yeah, and I'm still not interested in silencing myself. Just so you know. Not going to happen. Not going to happen. Thank you so much for watching, everybody. Cheers to you. Have a great rest of your Sunday night. Yeah, you actually now got to go back to work to actually end this stream here.
Okay, hold on. Sorry, everybody.
Yeah. So anyway, thank you so much for watching, everybody. We really appreciate it. It's been an awesome event. And whenever the next one is, we don't know. Hopefully it won't be too long, but we will see you on Tuesday for our next regular Top 5 Tuesday video on Sports Card Investor. Thank you so much. Take care. Have a great rest of your night.